Stadium at Babe Howell Field here on the campus of Smoky Mountain High School. This is Swain County Maroon Devil football live on the Maroon Devils Network on a hot, and that's using that term very lightly, coming into the ball game today. Gary Ayers along with the coach, Rod White. Coach, I think my car still said it was 91 degrees. It is very, very hot.
Yes, it is, and that's artificial surface down there, and it just intensifies it. From my experiences on it, yeah, it just it's hot. It's really going to be tough on these young men, but they practiced all week in the heat, and starting Monday, it was blistering out there. So, they're all on the same field, and they're all under the same elements right now.
Hey, no doubt about it. Before we get to the coaches' show, we have two good football teams coming in. Ironically, both teams scored 34 points last week. Maroon Devils, 34-0 win over Charlotte Country Day at home. And Smoky Mountain taking on Cherokee last week. A close game, 14-13 at halftime. But then the Mustangs scored 20 unanswered points in the second half. So I think this is going to be a tight, physical, well-played game.
Yeah, it's going to be physical. Smoky Mountain up front, they've got those linemen that they're dependent on now. Their skill people are exceptional. They can really play. They can really go. But where they make their bread and butter is up front up there with those linemen, and they're almost bookend linemen. They all are about relative the same height, all of them relative the same weight, and they're just they play well together. The coaches Smoky Mountain coaches have them doing different blocking schemes that are not all that complicated, and they just do them well.
Oh, no doubt about it. Talking about sponsors tonight, we want to thank, before we get into those, we'll get into more later, but we want to thank some of your folks you work with down on Fontana Lake.
Yeah, Almond Boat Park, the Mathis family. I tell you what, they're good people. They try to treat folks down there like they want to be treated. I've been trying to get them to fire me. I try nearly every day. I do something besides slap one of them or something. But they're good people. They really are. They've been friends of ours for a long, long time, close to 50 years. So, it's fun down there with them, and they try to make it interesting for sure.
Oh, no doubt about it. We appreciate Jeff Mathis and his entire family. And right now, talking about family, let's get over to one of our Maroon Devil family, and that's Maroon Devil head coach Sherman Holt with this week's Maroon Devil Coaches Show. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Swain County High School as it's time to talk Maroon Devil football here on the Coaches Show with head coach Sherman Holt. Coach, a great win for the Maroon Devils, and we're going to talk about that in just a minute. But we also have some great sponsors we want to talk about that help keep our Maroon strong going by feeding these guys, and got to keep them fed, don't we?
Yes, sir, Gary. We want to thank the local market, BP. They feed us spaghetti today, actually, after practice, and then Everett Street Diner is going to feed our team Thursday after practice. And then we want to thank Whittier United Methodist Church for feeding us on our pregame meal on Friday, us and the cheerleaders. So we really appreciate all that support.
Oh, no doubt. Talking about feeding, we briefly, we want to talk about Coach Dietz' great North Carolina High School Athletic Association induction ceremony on Saturday night. We were there along with many other Swain fans, and it was just a great, great night. I think it was the first sellout they had ever had at that induction ceremony. Coach David Gentry of Murphy, of course, one of our great rivals for so many years, was also inducted, and it was really good to see Coach Dietz and so many great Swain fans there Saturday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a real good night celebrating him, and glad that so many people made the trip to Cary, and I think he had like 6 tablesfuls. So I think there were over 45 people that come from Swain to celebrate him, and it was a great night. Got to hear a lot of stories. I rode down with Heath Schuler and Albert Rose and Travis Hite, and so we had about 4.5 hours of good story time of Coach Dietz and his era here over 20 years at Swain, and so it was a good night getting to hear those stories about Coach and getting to watch him, in that moment, and just a tremendous honor for him and our school and our county, to get to celebrate him and see him go into that Hall of Fame. Big honor, and just glad we got to see and witness that. And I actually talked to Coach Dietz earlier this morning, and he said it was real special. Being inducted was very special, but the best part was seeing a lot of those former players and people that had coached with him come and support him, and so he was very thankful of that. And we just want to say again, congratulations to him, and thankful that the association inducted him. And I thought it was very coincidental that him and Coach Gentry went in at the same time, because they had some heated rivalries over the years.
They really did, and I thought it was great that both coaches complimented each other, because both are great coaches in their own right, winning so many games. Of course, Coach Dietz winning 201 games here at Swain County High School, and unlike the program, he won 5 state championships here and not 4. So, wow, what a record in 20 years. 201 wins and 5 state titles. That's quite a number, isn't it?
It is. I always joke with him that I'm trying to catch him, and that's mine and his little joke. And he always says, well, good luck doing that. And Coach Dietz, he's got a great sense of humor, and he always has a lot of good comments and feedback. He's coming to practice on Thursday, and he tries to make it out once a week, talk to the team. And we're just thankful that we get to still draw from that knowledge and that wisdom of a man that did it for so many years here, and kind of set the standard here at Swain County, and was the foundational piece in why we do what we do on a daily basis. And so we're just so thankful that we get to have him around our kids still, and he gets to interact with them. And when he shows up to practice, I think our boys, they just kick it in a little extra, because they know the coach is watching. So that's what I always tell him. I said, you're the coach. And he says, no, you are now. And I said, no, you're the coach. And so when he shows up, it gets a little more intense at practice, and things are a little more crisp. And so it's always good to have him around.
Oh, no doubt about it. What a great motivator as well. Coach, what a great win Friday night. Charlotte Country Day comes up, of course, a long trip for those guys. Kind of a story, if you will, of 2 halves. We did some things in the first half, got some points on the board. We ran a little more of a spread option type offense. But then that second half, we lined up 7 men on the line of scrimmage, had one guy wide. And then I'll be honest, it was so good to see that I formation in there. Quarterback under center, I formation, 2 running backs. Sometimes we had split backs. What did you and maybe Coach Napier see at halftime that made you want to switch offenses and run that football in the second half?
So we had seen them in their scrimmage film the week before line up to 1 tight end. And so we kind of did that in the first half, 1 tight end or like a wing back. And, we had some success, but we didn't put a whole lot of points on the board. And so going in at halftime, we said, guys, what are they going to do if we come out and we go 2 tight ends, we got 2 backs in the backfield, and we run, not only our veer game, but our toss sweep game, our counter sweep game. And so we went in and we thought, we're going to put 7 guys at the line of scrimmage. We're going to come off the football. And, it made play calling pretty easy in the second half. And, our kids executed those adjustments at halftime. Hats off to our kids, because, it's one thing for us to come up with a plan, but they got to go execute it. And so they did a real good job at halftime of responding to the challenge that we laid before them. And, pretty good second half, and put a lot of points on the board, scored 4 times. And so it's one of those things where that was good to see, because our kids were challenged, right, and they accepted that, and they were successful in implementing that game plan.
Coach, some great individual efforts from last Friday. Josh Collins, what a game he had. 14 carries, 141 yards, and a touchdown. Josiah Glaspie, I think, had 13 carries, 148 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. So really good work by those guys, and we ran the football really, really well.
Yeah, we did. Those 2 guys, we got to get it into their hands, and the easiest way last week to do that was just turn around and hand it off to them. And so we felt like that was the best plan for us after halftime, to change it up and put Joe in the backfield some. And, they done a good job accepting that challenge. And, we actually, you know, we went back and we watched, and, you know, they had a real good night. Those guys up front, though, were the key to those guys having a good night. You watch, you know, the young kid at tackle, Drew Skaggs, had a tremendous night in his first varsity football game, played really well. Nolan Fisher had some really good blocks on the edge on those toss sweeps, and so that was good. Trenton Jones, another sophomore at center, played a real good game. So them guys up front were tremendous. You know, on the left side we had Andreas Cisneros and Insay Ufert. You know, they blocked their butt off. And so we go back and we turn that film on and we watch those skill guys make plays. But if you really watch, it's those 5 linemen, the 2 tight ends, Brandon Frost and Cole Weichel, done a real good job. And just pleased with the overall effort and the physicality at which we played. You know, week 1, you're never going to be perfect.
Right.
And so, but it's hard to get them to play with effort and physicality if they don't already have that. So good to see those guys up front playing real physical football.
Oh, no doubt. Our Maroon Devils, I really think, control that football game at the line of scrimmage. We dominated the line of scrimmage. Let's talk about the other side of the ball, Coach. Anytime you pitch a shutout, it's a very good night against a very athletic Charlotte Country Day team. Our 3 and sometimes 4 men up front did an outstanding job. And talking about physical, they were physical also, weren't they?
Yeah, they really, you know, we preach defensively, you know, pursue the football with a relentless effort, you know, and then once you get to the football, make something happen. And we caused 2 fumbles. We actually had 2 interceptions, so we had 4 takeaways, and that's always good because when you're causing fumbles, that means either A, you're either getting your hand on the ball or you're putting your helmet or your face on the football. And so we were real pleased with that. Anytime you pitch a shutout, it's always good. You know, if we don't let them score, we got a good chance of winning. You know, so those kids, they just fly around and play with a tremendous tenacity on that side of the football, and we preach it all week. You know, we have got to pursue the ball, we've got to get off blocks, and we've got to contain those guys. And Charlotte Country Day, you look at their roster, that quarterback, 6'4.5", 210 pounds, very athletic, and he got out on us a couple times, but we've done a pretty good job for the most part of keeping him hemmed up. And you know, I'm not saying that we won't see kids like that, you know, the rest of the season, but to start seeing a kid that athletic, that mobile, it was good knowing our guys hemmed him up pretty good.
No doubt. Coach, as I look up there in the stands and we look down at the stands last Friday, our home side was full. I mean, I couldn't hardly find an empty seat anywhere, and it was so good to see our fans behind these kids. And, hey, hats off to our fans for a great turnout.
Yeah, it was good to see all those guys and girls show up. We talked about it last week, the amount of support that we have in our community, and it just proved on Friday night that they're going to come watch us play. And the thing for me, our kids talked about it after the game, how loud it was. And our fans, they need to know what an impact they have on the game. When they're loud and they're cheering, it kind of pushes our kids a little more to play good and to play at a high level. And so it's good to see when you walk out of that tunnel on Friday night, those stands are packed and people are here. And, you know, you look at the fence, there was a couple, 2 or 3 deep at places, you know, and that's a big tradition here. And, you know, we embrace that. And, you know, it got real loud when we lined up under center with 2 tight ends and split back. I think they were brought back to some of the glory days. So, you know, we're just trying to get better and trying to do things that put our kids in successful situations. But it's always good to have the support of our people. And, you know, and we're going to need that on Friday on the road at Smoky Mountain. You know, that's going to be big.
No doubt. That was my next thing. Hey, we hope all those fans will go to Smoky Mountain. It's not that far up to Jackson County and Sylva. Talking about Smoky Mountain, of course, interestingly enough, we had 34 points. They had 34 points in their win against Cherokee, a game that was really close at halftime. I think Smoky might have led by 1 point at halftime, but they came out in the second half and kind of did what we did. They ran the football well. Damari Williams, 16 carries, 175 yards. Their new quarterback, Jarek Jones, I think had 11 carries for about 118 yards in that ball game. So they rushed for about 300 yards. You were talking about good athletes, Coach. Damari Williams, is going to be one of the best athletes we're going to see all season. He's an East Carolina University commit. He's going to go down and play for our old Franklin friend, Mike Houston, down there in Greenville, North Carolina. We remember him from last year, but you talked about the athletic ability of Charlotte. Williams has that same capability, doesn't he?
Yeah, and Coach Brindley done a good job last week. He put him in the backfield a little more than what he did the year before, and it's all about getting it to your people. Yeah. And Coach Brindley knows that the Williams kid is a good athlete, and if he can get it in his hands, he's probably going to make something happen. So for us defensively this week, it's going to be trying to limit their run game, because they're going to want to run the football. And if we can limit them in that aspect, that gives us a good chance to be successful.
Yeah, and of course, a lot of folks know there was a quarterback change during the offseason. Their former quarterback, Jed West, is now over at Tuscola. We'll see him in a couple of weeks as well when we take on the Mountaineers. But Jones performed very well in his first start as a varsity quarterback, so he had a good ball game. So obviously, they have really not let that bother them, and they're doing a good job with their new quarterback. And as you know, anytime that happens, I think that could be really tough on a football team, but they have responded well.
Yeah, and that you look at what they do offensively, they probably ran the quarterback a little more in game one than they did last year, and we expect them to do that this week. And it's just what they do is not real flashy, but it's hard to defend because they got multiple options. And so it's one of those things defensively. We spent a lot of time yesterday watching film and kind of walking through the install plan for the week on that side of the ball. And, just, again, playing sound football, being good at playing just good football, no matter what they do. And reading your keys, seeing what's in front of you, and once you get to the ball, making the tackle.
Yeah, we were talking about some of the old glory days as we saw in our offense last week, and boy, there are some old glory days at Smoky Mountain High School back in the Sylva Webster days. Of course, Coach Dietz played there. Former Tuscola coach Doug Brooks played there. Of course, Babe Howell. We could go on and on and on about some of the greats they've had. So those folks as well have that tradition. And they're hungry to get that back too, aren't they?
Yeah, and Coach Brindley's done a good job since he's been there. He's been pretty successful as far as the amount of games he's won. They're well coached. You watch film, very disciplined football team. And so for us, we've got to be disciplined. We've got to have a good plan as a staff to give to our kids to be successful. But it's just one of those old school rivalries. Yeah. I was at the gas station the other day on Sunday after our meeting, and somebody hollered out, "We're gonna beat Sylva," and it's big for both communities.
It is.
And so excited for our kids, because it's good to have those rivalry games. And our kids are excited about the opportunity, and we had a good game last year with them, very close game, lost by a point. So we come back and we watched that film last year and got better, and so hopefully this year we can execute at a high level, be able to hang on to the football a little bit, and keep it out of their hands, because that's where they're dangerous, is when they have the football. They've got a bunch of kids that can go play, and so just important for us to do a good job of, when we have the football, executing and scoring, and then defensively just trying to contain those two or three athletes that they like to get the ball to.
Yeah. Coach, you talked about the athletic ability they have, like Damari Williams, who of course had a big touchdown return last year. Special teams, I thought, against Charlotte Country Day played well. Our kicking game was solid. We hit those extra points. Those guys doing a good job with Brendan kicking those PATs. And obviously, against a team like Damari Williams of Smoky Mountain, special teams can be so big, can't they?
Yeah, we met with our kids yesterday before we went to practice, and about 20 minutes of it was just special teams and just trying to, make them understand to, if we score and we're kicking off, who do we not want to kick the ball to, of course, or, where do we want the ball placed? How are we going to pursue it, And so just big of those guys knowing, special teams a lot of times goes neglected. Right. We spend a lot of time on it because we know it can cost you. And so, got to have a good plan in that aspect of the game and execute that as a high level too, because that could come down to who wins.
Yeah, Coach. One final thought this week. Boy, temperatures every day are going to be 90 plus, so it's going to be a really hot week, which is kind of unusual here in the mountains to be 90 degrees or more every single day for a whole week. So hydrating these kids is really, really big, and I'm sure you guys are really focused on that also.
Yeah, we reminded them yesterday, they got to hydrate, and it starts on Monday. It don't start Thursday or Friday. And, one of our biggest challenges yesterday was don't let the heat affect you. Even though it's hot, we still got to practice. We still got to get ready for, a game on Friday. And so our kids done a pretty good job yesterday. It was hot at practice, but, they did good and, just still trying to get them in a little bit better shape. We didn't have no cramps in week one, and that's a testament to what we did in the summer and how well those kids are conditioned. And so just trying to continue getting them ready to go play and battling that heat and overcoming that heat is very important. And so I think we did good on day one yesterday, but it is going to be hot.
No doubt. Coach, we appreciate it as always. That big rivalry is set for 7:30 kickoff time up at Carr Hooper Stadium at Smoky Mountain High School. It's going to be good, and we want to see that visiting side full of maroon and white because that is our 12th man, isn't it?
Yes, sir. If you ain't got nothing to do Friday night, 7:30 be in Sylva because it's going to be a good game and get to go watch two good football teams.
Oh, no doubt. Fans, join us again. We're going to be there Friday night. We hope you're going to be there as well, and we'll be back here next week talking with Coach Sherman Holt right here on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back to Smoky Mountain High School. Big thanks to head coach Sherman Holt, of course, for joining with us every week. And coach coming in, Smoky Mountain, of course, a 3A school, a member of the Mountain 7 3A Conference, they call it these days. And as you mentioned, they have some new linemen coming in this year. We're going to see how that works out tonight. One of their all-conference linemen, though, Brady Owens, is back, a 3-year starter, 6'1", 220-pounder. So even though they have some new faces, they still have a pretty solid line.
Yeah, those young men been working together for a while, and when you put, they've been practicing, and when you take the youth out of it.
And right now we're going to break down the line as the Smoky Mountain Marching Mustangs are going to present live here at Smoky Mountain High School the national anthem. We'll be right back here on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back. As we just heard the national anthem, one thing I really was so happy to see, Coach, when the national anthem started playing here, you looked around the stadium, not a soul was moving. Western North Carolina people still have so much respect for the USA.
Yeah, I don't know about other places, but it's still there, and I'm so glad. I mean, I'm glad that we still have some respect for this country, and we still got we still got a lot of respect for families and
Yes.
traditions like this ball game tonight. And I mean, you can say what you want to about any of the schools that we're going to be playing that we play yearly, every year. This is a rivalry game that is all about bragging rights. They may be a 3A school, we may be a 1A school. It makes no difference, man. At this point in time in the year, it's all about playing these folks that you play every year and just seeing how you measure up against them.
Oh, no doubt about it. Talking about playing folks a little bigger, we played Charlotte Country Day last week. And right now, let's check out some of the highlights from that 34-0 win as our Maroon Devils opened up the season with a season-opening win over those Buccaneers. Will. And he takes on the wingman, tries to blow up the play, and he does. Outstanding.
He did his job.
So now three-man front for the Maroon Devil defense. Bad snap. Quarterback drops it, and there's pressure, and he's sacked for a loss on the backfield.
Right there it is.
And here it comes for a first down, and it's going to be Reese Winchester down the sideline. He's knocked out of bounds.
But it's downhill over here to this side again. There it is. Reese pulls it. Now he pitches it, and he jumps out there and blocks for Josh.
Oh, Josh down the right side. Is he in? He's very close. No, they're going to say.
Looks like we're going to run.
Uh-oh, got a busted play.
We do.
Reese looking. Got Josh on the sideline. Josh down up the 5, down to the 4, down to the 3. Still going. He's in. Touchdown. How about that for Josh Collins?
Well,
4 wide. Got a man moving early. No flag, though. Quarterback is going to be knocked down again by Josh Collins on the blitz. This year, more on that later. 2nd down and 4. They toss and run to the right side.
There we go.
And a good defensive effort up front.
And now we're going to pressure that tight inside. Here he comes back. We got it.
Good play defensively.
Right side of the field. Got a single receiver he's looking for.
Quarterback has the ball knocked away. He picks it up, but he's going to be sacked away back at the 42-yard line. Back to throw. Oh, setting up the screen.
Oh, boy.
And
they set it up well, but that's how you make an open field tackle.
That's counting on the play clock. And we get the snap away.
Nope, there it is. Here's one out the back.
Oh, wide open.
Yeah.
Wide open. There's Brandon Frost in the end zone. Touchdown, Maroon Devils. Reese is going to be holding. And Brendan moves it up there, and that's a good job.
They work on it. And sometimes back in the high back, going to run a toss sweep out here to the wide side field. Yeah, good zone.
There's Josh. He's in the secondary. It's a foot race.
Back. Yes, sir.
Josh is
going to win this one.
He's going to go.
Nobody block.
All the way to the house. Touchdown, Maroon Devils. How about that? Here it comes again.
Here comes that pole trap.
This time they run the other way, and boy, what a hit. Fans, welcome back as we get ready closer to kickoff here on a very warm Friday night. And Coach, we were talking about the heat, of course. Both teams have to play in the heat. Both teams have practiced this week. It's been about 90 degrees plus every single day this week. Hopefully next week we'll get a little break. But you're right. Hey, both teams got to play on it.
Yeah, and you call it anything you want to. This is Sylva. Yeah. You know, we're in Sylva. We're up here playing in the town of Sylva. So it's and a lot of folks are kin to each other. A lot of them work with each other, and they're in communication constantly. So this is a traditional battle that everybody looks forward to.
You know, it goes back even to the old 2A Smoky Mountain Conference days when then it was Sylva Webster Golden Eagles, of course, and our Swain High Maroon Devils. And back then it was Swain, Sylva Webster, Murphy Franklin. We played each other twice, home and away each year. And that was, that was a lot of games. And this is still part of that rivalry, even though the Mustangs are now wearing blue and silver or blue and white. It still goes back to those big days.
It does. That was like slinging a sledgehammer during those days, because you had to play everybody twice, and man, it was not fun. It really wasn't.
It was tough. Good to see one of our good friends here in the press box, Coach Justin Gray, head basketball coach at Western Carolina University. Outstanding player down at Wake Forest during the days, and just a super guy. And it's good to see community come together and back up these kids.
Oh yeah, most people, and if you can look if you were here to look into the stands, both sides packed full of people.
Yeah.
Everybody's and who's not sitting down, they're walking their fences. That's traditional too.
Yeah, you can see over there on the Swain side.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically from end zone to end zone, people on that fence over there.
Well, like I said last week, I used to threaten to get those people some T-shirts printed up and make them pay for them if they were going to stand on the fence, because I figured there got to be a way to make money with all that grumbling they were doing over there. Why I punted, or why I didn't punt, or why was I throwing the football,
Coming into the game tonight, some of the keys we're going to be watching here, of course, Maroon Devils led by an outstanding backfield. Josh Collins last week, 14 carries, 141 yards and a touchdown. Josiah Glaspie had a great game, 13 carries, 148 yards, a touchdown, and a pick on defense. And Reese Winchester ran a good show, 7 of 11 passing, 74 yards, and more importantly, 2 touchdown passes. That's the big stat.
Yeah, it really is, and he's so magical with that football. I enjoy going to practice and kind of watching him absorb what Coach Holt and the staff is trying to give him and allow him to do, because he's such a weapon, and he's taking it on. He's grabbed the bull by the horns.
And, of course, some of the highlights for Smoky Mountain last week. Damari Williams had a huge game. 16 carries, 175 yards on the ground. The quarterback now for the Mustangs, of course, is going to be Jarrett Jones, number 6. He is in, of course, for Jed West, who transferred to Tuscola. That's a big controversy here.
Yeah.
But Jones, 11 carries, 118 yards. Very good game.
Yes. And we're getting ready to kick off here too, Smoky Mountain. Get this party started.
Brendan Lanning going to be kicking it short. Going to be taken at the 31 and brought back to the 36, and that's going to be all the initial hit over there. Looks like Michael Sutta came up and got the initial hit on the return man.
Right, yeah, we kicked it short right there for a number of reasons. You got to respect the talent they got back there deep, and so they'd like to got it a little bit deeper, but that's a good start.
So now the Mustangs are going to have the football 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Again, the starting quarterback is going to be Jarek Jones. Jarek is a junior. Again, good game last week, 6 feet, 160 pounds. He is stepping up as Jed West is now playing for the Tuscola Mountaineers and one of his mentors over there in John Cropton. 1st and 10 now. Maroon Devils, 3 men and defensive end linebacker hybrid standing up. And the Mustangs come out running on the ground for about 9 yards on the first carry to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, a bit of misdirection there, but starting him one way, and those offensive linemen blocking down and kicking out, and he found that seam back in there. That's more of an inside zone read play is what they refer to it as.
Talking about the running backs, Isaiah McNeely, coach, he was injured last year, but a lot of folks remember his sophomore season. He had over 2,000 yards rushing and 31 touchdowns. Well, he's back. That was the man on the carry, Isaiah McNeely, and he's going to get the carry again for the 2nd time in a row, but this time he's going to be stopped in the backfield for a loss. In there with a big tackle, big LD Luke Wire.
Yeah, Coach Napier and Coach McCarthy, Sean McCarthy, the defensive line coach, they've been working extensively on the defensive line play and being able to follow a blocker that's pulling. And that's exactly what happened right then. When you're lined up with somebody and he leaves the line of scrimmage going back through there, you got to get in his hip pocket to make that play from behind.
3rd down and 2 now. Maroon Devils showing a 4-man front. Got a linebacker sneaking up over there on the left side. Now the Mustangs might be checking off at the line of scrimmage. As now, one of the tight ends moved, and there's the penalty flag, kind of late, but there is a false start.
Yeah, I think he was going to trade over, and then he didn't realize that he wasn't supposed to. I'm not real sure. We'll know more about that later. But
I think he was set, but they changed the play.
That's right. And here it puts them now in a 3rd and 7 situation, which is a little bit more beneficial to us now. And one of the reasons you'll see that linebacker walked up out there to the short side of the field mostly is that they're going to try to funnel that ball and put pressure on them from the weak side, short side of the field. That's from the hash mark to the sideline.
There's Josh Collins over there.
Again. Now they're going to walk this one up to the wide side because they got a tight end and a wing. There's the double block coming down.
Quarterback runs right behind him.
There you go.
Yeah, out to the 41-yard line.
Very well played out here. Very well played. Brandon Frost did a heck of a job right there of taking on that lead blocker and realizing the ball's just right back inside of him and reaching in there and help get an arm on him until those middle backers could get there.
So now it's going to be the Mustangs coming on to punt. Maroon Devils will drop back, and dropping back, of course, looks like it's going to be potentially Andrew Cody and maybe Corey Stillwell. No, Stillwell's now leaving the field as Now the Mustangs are getting ready to punt. Big rush by Josh Collins, but a very nice punt. Going to be taken in the sunshine, looking directly in the sun. That was a pretty good job by Andrew Cody.
That's an unbelievable job. He was that sun was right in his face. And how he found that football, I don't know.
It's really hard to do because that is just one little stripe of sunshine right there at about the 30-yard line. And hopefully that'll leave pretty soon and this temperature will go down. But right now our quarterback's going to be looking right into the sun.
He's looking right into the sun, but I don't see us right now. He may throw the ball here early, but if we're going to try to get this running game going again. And if you'll see right now, we got the 2 tight end set, split backs, quarterback's going under. We've got the flanker out to the wide side of the field.
4-man front for the Mustangs. Got a corner sneaking up. That's going to be Williams. And we run on the left side. It's going to be Josh Collins. Yeah. And he picks up about 7 big yards.
Now, you'll see us block this thing 3 or 4 different ways. Now, and it's a veer look every time. That dive look off the veer option. But we will veer block it. We will base block it. And then we'll make calls at the line of scrimmage as to who we're going to be reading. So it's a good variation of what and base blocking means. They're just going to block the people in front of them.
Right now, again, now 5-man front. You always got to be aware of number 5, Damari Williams, one of the best athletes on the field, as he's over there on that left side. And now the Mustangs, oh, man, they stop us for no gain. Maybe a half-yard loss at the 37-yard line.
That's exactly why they went to that 5-man front, to get that extra linebacker up there and get him coming down the line of scrimmage to try to tackle that back before he can get up in the line of scrimmage.
Well, of course, we're talking about Damari Williams. He is already committed to East Carolina University, and their defensive coordinator, Blake Carroll, down there, an Old Franklin Panther. Their head coach, Mike Houston, an Old Franklin Panther. But Williams had offers from Virginia Tech, Miami of Ohio, and UNC Charlotte. So good luck to him down the road.
All right, here we go. We're going back to 4-man front because it is 3rd down. Looks like they're going to bring pressure off the side.
Oh, we got stuck in the backfield again, and I think he kind of lost his footing there a little bit. Josiah Glaspie had a little stutter step there.
He did, and they were actually going to take. They were moving that front towards the wide side of the field, and they played right across into it. He really didn't have any place to go. We couldn't get them all blocked right there. That was an isolation play, and we just couldn't get them all blocked.
So now the Mustangs are going to be dropping back, and back to return right now is going to be looks like Jay Stillwell. As our Maroon Devils are going to be punting it away here. Again, looking into the sunshine, going to be our punter, and that's Josh Collins. Kicks it high over the head. No return, and what a bounce. This thing is going to roll about 15 yards.
Yeah, great bounce, great roll, let it roll. Good play. That's all about field position. Now they're starting deeper than they did on the first series.
And, of course, right now we can just the scoreboard is way over in the corner. We can kind of see it. 7:33 left to play, and we've got one on the other end. It might give us a better look, but just getting underway here. Both teams kind of feeling each other out, Coach, and right now both teams have punted to open up the football game. Yeah,
and they've got a feel for each other now. Now they'll start trying to change a few things up right here and make some different things happen.
Now, it's going to be Jones at quarterback again for the Mustangs. Number 6, Jarek Jones wants to throw. Up for grabs. William there, but he overthrows him. Damari Williams, an outstanding receiver, was guarded pretty well by Josiah Glaspie. And, Coach, those two guys athletically might be the best on the field.
And they're mirrors of each other. They really are, from what I've seen of them on film. They're both talented. Both of them can run.
Yes.
And when you put them out there together like that, and Joe's covered him now. Early in the week, Joe was a little banged up. You can see that bandage on his leg there, and he's come out of that this week. And that's a heck of a matchup right there. And,
that is huge.
Yeah.
Man-to-man, single coverage over here with Williams. And, again, Glaspie going to be Jones running it on the quarterback keeper, and he's met by, looks like Josh Collins and company up there in the gap, and a good on-field tackle by Lucas Sutton as well.
Yeah, that's the inside zone with the quarterback now. It's just the same play they ran the first, only he fakes to the back, same blocking scheme up front, and he's coming in there behind it. And it's like some of the old-school wedge blocking we used to do on short yardage situations. They just put a hat on a hat, and he kind of finds that seam, but it's which way they're trying to turn you.
Right now, 3rd down. Mustangs need about 7, almost 8 yards to go. Quarterback in the gun, back to throw. Jones airs it out the other side of the field, double coverage, and it's going to be picked off at the 48-yard line. Bringing it back is going to be Reese Winchester down the left sideline, out of bounds. There's the first big turnover.
That's the first big move for us right there, and that's the type of player that makes it. Reese saw that ball, kind of lame ducking up there, and he pulled himself back to the ball and made sure that he went up at its highest point and got it.
So, again, that ball kind of hung up in the air a little bit, and when he got double coverage, again, Reese he knew he had his backside man helping him out so he could focus on the ball.
Yeah, that's why they call him free safeties. He was working as soon as he saw that quarterback's shoulders turn, he was working to that side of the field.
And Reese, again, talking about athleticism, another kid who's very, very athletic.
He's fun to watch, and he's just an all-around athlete, period.
First down and 10, Maroon Devils now at the 25-yard line of Smoky Mountain. I formation. It's going to be Glaspie getting the call, but he has nowhere to go and no gain on first down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we couldn't get the end kicked out right there. That's a very difficult. When I say kicked out, you go inside out on him, and you try to get his shoulders turned so that tailback's got room to come up in there. And it wasn't there, and Joe tried to bounce it wide, and of course, the outside linebacker was there and made the play.
Our offensive lineman, of course, Trent Jones at center. Our tackles are Drew Skaggs on the right side, Insay Uford on the left side. Our guards, Big Nolan Fisher at right guard, and we've got Andrea Cisneros on the other at the left guard. Again, split backs behind Reese. Second down and 10, one wide. Five-man front, and
we got a problem.
Oh, yeah, we've got kind of a busted play. We had to throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, Josh slipped trying to get to the line of scrimmage. He was a little bit ahead of his feet there, and when he fell, Reese kind of banged into him, and then Reese was trying to make a play out of it by trying to get the ball out there to Josiah to get him running upfield, and pitched it out over his head.
So now the clock is stopped momentarily. 5:39 to play, first quarter, and a big third down situation here if the Maroon Devils can keep this drive alive.
Yeah, and this is a tough call for Coach Holt because first down's what he wants, but you don't want it's two down territory right here, third and fourth down.
Yep.
There we go.
There goes Josh. This time he goes straight ahead, and he is close to a first down.
Now there's no question. He's going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now fourth down coming up.
We're going to lose an offensive lineman right here. His helmet came off, so we're going to have to put a replacement in there.
Yep, looks like Cisneros lost his helmet. He'll be out one down.
Yeah, and that's
we're a yard short.
Yeah, it was the original play. We ran the first play of the game. It looks as though we were base blocking it, and to give Smoky Mountain a different look. See, that's a tougher look than the veer block.
So now at the 16-yard line. Fourth down and 1. Biggest play of the ball game right now in the first quarter with 5 minutes left to play. No score between the teams, and it's going to be Reese under center again. Turns and got a penalty flag down.
Oh man, false start.
Yep, going to have a fall. That's going to back us up 5.
That was about to be big. Reese had that ball in his hands, and he and Collins were headed to the wide side of the field with it.
And boy, I'm sure Sherman Holt not happy about that right now.
Yeah, we had a few of those last week, and they're trying to get to. That's a discipline thing, and if a young man's jumping up there too soon, he's anxious, but at the same time, it just kills you, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there we were. That may have been a touchdown play.
Yeah, especially when you're inside the 25-yard line.
Yes.
And that seems like it stings a little more.
It does. It hurts anytime, especially if it's going to be fourth down, because now it makes it 4th and 6.
4th and 6 instead of 4th and 1. One man wide, everybody else in tight in the I formation. They fake the toss. Reese looking to the right side, throws over the shoulder, but the receiver falls down. It's intercepted in the end zone. Brandon Frost was over there but fell down and is picked off in the end zone.
Okay, if we're not going to catch that ball, probably the best thing that could happen just happened, because the ball's going to come out to the 20 now.
Yeah.
And so you don't give up a whole lot of field position. You don't give up a whole lot of yardage. The young man picked it off and went out of the back of the end zone. Okay. So now they got back out to the 20, if that's going to happen. But, boy, you'd like to have – I guarantee you Reese is thinking right now he'd like to have that ball back.
Oh, no doubt. That was Malachi McNeely, number 2, a Smoky Mountain Mustang Jr. But, again, you're right, Coach. If it had just been an incomplete pass, they would actually have better field position.
Yeah, just a few yards, but they would have been.
So now Mustangs with the football.
Going back to that wing set. Now they're going to trade the tight end and wing over.
Yep, on the left side.
Something we probably originated in this part of the country. Now he's headed to the boundary automatically.
Here's McNeely again. Yeah. And again, he lost the football, but it goes out of bounds. Fortunately for McNeely, who was hit pretty hard coming up on that side. Josh Collins also over there is Corey Stillwell, number 2.
Yeah. Now, originally, when they ran that type of play the first time, it was designed for him to cut back inside that kick-out block. This was for him to get over the top. I call it log blocking. You get over the top of them and hook them inside.
So now 4:26 to play. Clock stopped momentarily as McNeely was forced out of bounds. Second down and short Mustangs only need a yard at the 29-yard line. Quarterback in the shotgun. Somebody was pointing at the line, but nobody moved. No flag yet. We've seen a couple of false starts already tonight. Right now, Maroon Devils a 5-man front.
One-on-one, hanging it up deep for him again.
Oh, boy, double coverage again. Williams out there, but good coverage again by Glaspie and Stillwell.
Yeah. Stillwell was over the top of it just like he was supposed to be.
Yep.
And that's what you want it to look like. We used to refer to it as bracket coverage. One's with him, and if he's trailing him a little bit, that's okay. That safety comes over the top, and he's got anything on the inside, just like when Reese picked that one off last time.
So, again, Glaspie, good coverage. And, again, similar type athletes. Josiah, tall kid, Damari Williams, 6'2". They're going to be using him as a safety down at East Carolina University.
All right, now we got the wing to the weak side. Tight ends on the other side.
Yep, one man deep back here in the secondary. Penalty flag down. McNeely has the first down, but a flag is probably going to bring it back.
Yeah, and if it's a procedure call, illegal formation, I think. I don't know exactly what. Yeah. He signaled. I didn't see him, but something didn't look right there for them. And I think that wingman realized there was something up. He was trying to get the coach's attention that something wasn't right.
And so now they're going to back up 5 instead of having a first down. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, that penalty bug's jumping out on both of us now, both teams, and so it makes it interesting. I'm just glad we're staying down here on this end of the field right now.
And finally, Coach, the sun is down, so neither team has to look into the sun right now.
It's a good thing that big gymnasium over there it blocks it off pretty quick.
So now 3rd down. Mustangs need 6 from the 24-yard line.
You see Collins up on the line of scrimmage to the wide side of the field.
Jones throws, and just off the fingertips over there of number 2, Malachi. McNeely incomplete. So now the Mustangs are going to have to punt again. And again, Coach, that penalty was a problem.
It was. It made it was a difference maker for them and for us. But now we're in a situation now where they're going, when they punt this ball to us right here, he'll have a better look at that punt. And that punter's been putting it up pretty high. So he may have the opportunity to fair catch it. We got a penalty flag.
Yep. Andrew Cody's going to let this one bounce. So pretty good coverage down there. As down there quickly, Malachi McNeely for the Mustang punt team, but a penalty flag.
And here's the thing. He's running into the kicker. I don't think it's going to be the big variety. Let's see what the penalty's going to be. Josiah, after he went up to try to block the punt, when he came back down the ground, his momentum carried him into. That's a dangerous thing, and it's something that a young man just has to get in his mind that whatever I do, I am not going to run into this guy.
Yeah, so there's a difference in running into and roughing.
Right, and so they're going to decline the penalty, which is a smart move on their part because we almost blocked that thing, and they're having a little trouble getting us blocked up there. So we're going to take over on offense right here. They just declined the penalty.
And you're right. It wouldn't have been enough for a first down.
Right.
So now the officials are talking it over.
Yeah, it was. From my understanding of the rules of that is if he runs into him, but he didn't rough him, didn't knock him down,
then it's 5 yards.
Didn't blatantly just run through him, because all he did was just kind of bump into the side of him, and he's going to go over and explain it to Coach Holt now. And the
Maroon Devils should get the football somewhere inside the 35-yard line.
Right. We'll see. I'm not real sure where they're going to spot this one. Nobody's made a move yet.
So one official has it at about the 33, but good thing is it's going to be Maroon Devil ball.
Right.
3:47 to play, first quarter, in case you're just tuning in. By the way, good to have Joe Holt back tonight, feeling better. Emma filled in and did a great job last week, Joe, so you have trained her well, my friend.
Yeah, we thought about firing you, Joe, and just letting her do it, but we know she got a busy schedule. Joe's walking out. There goes our producer.
Oh, we're in trouble now.
Now we are in trouble, Gary.
We're in big trouble.
Yeah, grab something over, Gary, and make it work.
Yeah, if it's up to you and me, we're lost,
brother.
We're
in trouble, man. We are in deep trouble.
Joe came back, so Toby said, I'll give you a raise.
Yeah, so he's back now. Yeah.
So, again, talking about got a big game coming up next week. The Maroon Devils hosting the Franklin Panthers at Swain County Memorial Stadium. And now the teams are coming off the field, and the officials are a little bit.
Now we got a problem. I don't know exactly what's happening with now, how do we know exactly where the ball was?
Yeah, because they moved the chains.
They had already moved the chains. And I'm not going to say anything bad about officials. Yeah, I don't. I'm just saying we'll let time tell the story here tonight.
Also, it looks like there was a sideline warning.
I'm not real sure what the deal is right yet, but it's still fourth down. It's got to be.
Yep, still fourth down. Now the head referee comes back and picks up his flag, and they may make him re-punt. I don't know. Both teams are back here.
Yeah, we've not got any kind of signal other than he ran into the punter, and now we don't really know what the rest of this is. Right here, they're going to mark the penalty off. It's not. Now he's going to give him a first down.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
No, that can't be right.
Oh, man, it's going to be a 15-yard variety, looks like. Or actually 10 yards.
Two penalties.
Oh,
two penalties.
2 5-yard penalties.
I don't know exactly how you do that, but
so 2 5-yard penalties. Apparently one.
They're wearing the striped shirt. One of them we know was running into the punter.
Yes.
Okay, I saw that. There's evidence.
And he was doing this kind of a thing.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how that ended up being a first down, because if it was after the play was over, it doesn't make any difference. That's a dead ball penalty.
All right, here we go. First down Mustangs. Surprised the way things turned out at the 34-yard line. Mustangs, again, wing on the left side. They hand off to McNeely. He has a big hole.
Yeah.
It's going to be closed quickly by Brandon Frost, and here's another flag.
This is probably going to be the holding variety right here, because as our linebacker went inside, he got tackled. He didn't get held. He got tackled. So when the linebacker tried to make the move up to the line of scrimmage, that offensive lineman realized he was going to get there, so he just tackled him.
So right now, 3:41 to play here in the first quarter. Again, penalty flags have kind of made it a slow quarter. We've had to stop several times for the yellow hanky out there.
And there again, it's everybody's got to be their own judge of what's going on out there. And now they're getting penalized, but it'll be first down again for them.
They're gonna mark it way back at the 28-yard line now. So now they've got to go up to the 44 for a first down. So, and again, the Mustangs this time, they're going to flip again the wing over on the left side like they've done 2 or 3 times tonight. Maroon Devils 4-man front. Here comes McNeely again.
It's designed to go all the way to the edge, and there's Josiah right there.
Josiah Glaspie, good tackle over on the sideline.
Right. Yeah, just wrapped him up, took him out of bounds, held his hands up, just to show he didn't mean no ill intention, just tackling him out of bounds, using the sideline like you're supposed to use the sideline right there.
That's it.
That's get him. You ain't got to kill him. Just get him. That sideline is your 12th defender out there, so use it.
Yeah, and I've noticed the Mustangs have liked the short side of the field a little bit.
A whole lot, and they've thrown it to the wide side. So, and that may be what's coming here in a minute, because Keontae's out there now to the wide side in man coverage, and Josiah's into the boundary. His brother.
Now the wing on the left, they're going to run.
Both, dove right into the middle of it.
At the 31, short gain for the Mustangs at a couple of yards. Third down, now third down at about 13. So we may see it up in the air.
Yeah, we may see this one. We may see, and there again, pay attention to that wide side of the field.
And Williams, of course, is their favorite target, even though he ran it mostly last week. Last year, he had 61 receptions for over 1,000 yards and 13 touchdowns.
Right.
So he's a dangerous guy. But he's in the backfield right now.
See a little different formation, putting him in the backfield. Did a crazy count on it, see if we'd jump off. We didn't.
Yep. Now they look to the sideline for the play call. Wing on the right, single receivers, man coverage on either side. And they're going to hand it to Williams. And he runs to the right side, the wide side of the field. He's got some room, broke a tackle, but there is an open field tackle that might have saved a first down over there. Yeah. And that looked like, was that Reese Winchester, I believe?
Him or Corey Steele, I believe.
That's Reese.
It's one of the two. I couldn't tell which one it was, yeah.
But, boy, if he hadn't made that tackle, he would have gone for a first down.
Yeah, that was a shoestring, old school shoestring tackle.
Yeah, so a good job by Reese over there in the open field, because you get these guys like Williams in the open field, they're dangerous.
That's exactly what that play was designed for, is to put him in that backfield and get him to that wide side of the field. Instead of trying to throw it to him out there, just hand it to him and let him make something happen.
Now we see Glaspie coming in hard again at the punter.
Right.
And now it looks like the Mustangs want a timeout because they're
having trouble with this.
They really are.
And they know they're having trouble with it, and the coach is down there telling them, Now, you better block this guy. I mean, we'll block it different. Turn out block on him or something. But now, Josiah's coming free, and when he can run, and if he goes in front of that punter instead of at him, he's liable to block that thing.
Oh, no doubt. Fans, stay tuned. We'll be back after this brief timeout on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back. Mustangs now have come back on the field after the timeout. 4th down and about 5. Low snap, very high. A lot of hang time punt, no return. It's going to take a big Mustang bounce. Holy cow, that's almost like 20 yards.
Yeah, that's better than the one we punted, that Collins punted earlier in the quarter. So here we are with a little under 2 minutes left, and we're playing field position, and right now they just changed it.
They did. That's, again, the punt was very high, so it was hard to really receive it. And when it hit, it really took a bounce.
Yeah, the thing that Coach Holt and his staff is going to be working on, I'm sure, is just get under that football, fair catch it, man. You're saving yourself that much yards if you just catch the football. It's not about the return sometimes. It's about don't let that thing hit and roll around.
Because it rolled roughly 20 yards. So now the Maroon Devils at the 14-yard line, first down and 10. Late in the first quarter.
Yeah, we're going back to the gun look here, and we got the Covey out here, 3 receivers, 1 split into the boundary. Reese going to come out.
Reese lost the ball. He picked it up. He's got pursuit. Now he's going to have to run for the sideline. He gets away, runs down the sideline, and picks up about 7 yards on a broken play.
Yeah, I don't think he could have got to first. He's going to get knocked out of bounds right there. He made a smart move. Just go on and get out and save it. Well, yeah, it's a little shorter than that. He picked up about 6, and that's fine. Yeah.
But he just dropped the ball.
It did. It's slick out there. It's wet. This is an artificial surface.
And there's sweat.
Yeah, and he's on the field the whole time. So he's got to keep those hands dry and get that. Make sure that football is dry every time.
And again, we had 3 wide. This time we're going to have twins on each side.
Mm-hmm. Back to that gun set again. Collins in the backfield. Right here's where we may see a little razzle-dazzle with Collins. Nope.
Reese rolling to the right side, fires down the field, up for grabs, timing over the head of Josiah. Pretty good coverage down there by Jay Stillwell for the Mustangs.
Yeah, he was right in his face right there and didn't give Joe any room to maneuver there. And Joe was trying to catch that ball on a little bit of a post cut, or not a post cut, but an out and up cut.
Yeah. Now, Coach, we can see if Jay Stillwell is going to be the guy on Glaspie, there's a size difference, and it's noticeable in the height right there.
Right. Yeah. They took the other. They've got him matched up over here with him, and I'm sure Coach Holt, he's not going to give up on that concept. Back underneath the center, split backs again.
Yep, split
backs. 3rd down.
And the handoff is going to be Glaspie, and he's going to be hit. And I tell you, he still breaks a tackle.
Yeah, he's a strong young man. I'm telling you, he's powerful. His hips are powerful, and his legs are. And he's learning. He's learning this running back position as he goes.
And a first down, that's the key, as the football is going to be spotted at the 27-yard line. First down and 10, 1.5 minutes to play. First quarter, no score. If you've just tuned in on this, now it's starting to cool down a little bit Friday night. And boy, we'll take some cool.
Right now, up here in this building, it's hot.
We're not getting a whole lot of relief, are we?
No, not so far anyway. I like the way Coach Holt and his staff switching this offensive look up, though, going from that shotgun look back to the split back veer look.
Keeps the defense on their toes. Here comes the toss to Glaspie.
With Glaspie, get him on the edge, let him run.
He got about 4.
Yep.
And he's forced out of bounds over in front of the Maroon Devil bench, about 4 yards on the play. And, boy, I tell you what, you said it earlier, Coach, but if you're not here tonight, there isn't any seat available. It's packed on both sides.
Yeah, it is. And like I said, the fence walkers are getting thicker by the minute, and it's a great atmosphere. This is old school atmosphere. I like it. I like it.
Well, we saw traffic lined up all the way out on Highway 107 10 minutes before kickoff, so people had a hard time getting in and finding a parking place.
Yeah, they're still swarming in. I guess I still see people coming down the steps and everything else.
So now it's going to bring up second down for the Maroon Devils. We're going to need about 6.
Still in 2 tight ends, split backs, up underneath. Going to run the power. Oh, got caught from behind.
Misdirection,
Something
and they caught us from behind.
was a little bit slow right there. I'm not real sure what
penalty
happened.
flag down. Very late flag.
Not real sure what this is, and when he threw it about almost 15 yards down the field.
That may be a personal foul. I'm just guessing, but he did. He threw that thing up to the lights and dropped it back down.
If it's on one of these offensive linemen,
foul.
it's them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I saw one of their defensive linemen getting driven back off the football, and a lot of times a young man gets frustrated. He's getting blocked. He don't like it, and so he will take out some. He'll do something to cause that.
Well, from what little I saw, one of the Mustang defenders kind of grabbed Glaspie's leg and kind of flipped it a little bit when the play was kind of over.
Okay, that may have been the call then.
And the head referee saw it.
Yeah, because I saw the young man in the gray shirt, gray jersey getting driven backwards, and he couldn't get off that block. We were doing a good job of driving him off the football.
So now, end of the first quarter, no score here from Sylva, North Carolina. We'll be right back on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back. Couple of scores right now. Murphy and Commerce tied at 7-7 in their ball game. And right now, Robbinsville on the board with an 8-0 lead in their contest. And right now, no score between the Maroon Devils and the Mustangs. Going in motion, it's going to be Corey Stillwell. High snap. Reese pulls it down and takes it back from Josh Collins and basically throws it away.
Threw it away. Smart move right there. That I don't know whether that was a design pass. When that blitz came off the edge, Smoky Mountain made a good call. That time they came from the field over there and an outside linebacker, and nobody was assigned. And when you hide an outside linebacker like that and there's no back left to block him, there's going to be trouble.
Talking about coaches, of course, the Mustangs head coach Ricky Brindley, but they have some good experience over here. A lot of folks don't remember the name David Presley, but did a good job coaching at Pisgah High School for years.
Sure did.
Got Daquan Patton here, son of the late David Patton, who played in the Super Bowl. Jimmy Ash, a lot of you folks know them. Here we go. High snap again. Reese pulls it down, running for his life again. Looking, and he throws it away again, Coach, as he's just not getting a lot of time as they flush him out of the pocket.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of pressure, but they're bringing him off that side of the field. And it's just not – there's not enough of us to block them all. They're dependent on that man coverage. They're playing straight-up man coverage. There's no zone to it. They're locking up with these receivers. Now, the danger for them is if Reese ever gets out of there and those backs are turned, all those defensive backs have got their backs turned chasing these routes, he's going to run for a while.
Yeah, because he can run.
Yeah, and they're bringing all those level one, which is the defensive lineman, and level two people after him. That's all the linebackers.
So
now they're going back to a 5-2 look.
Yep, these corners and safeties got to be on their toes. And, we got a fumble, and the Mustangs have the football. We had a fumble on the exchange between the quarterback and the running back, and coming up with the loose football for the Mustangs right now is number 25, Joe Hill, coming up with the ball.
And something that happened right there, we don't have replay tonight, but if you would have seen it. offensive guard is pulling. Reese is a little slow getting that ball swung around there to make it to hand that thing off. The guard ran into the football and knocked it out of his hands.
Wow.
Yeah, and of course, Reese is having a little bit of trouble hanging on the ball. Now we got to get our defensive call here.
So now 3-man front. Josh Collins sneaking up on the left side of the line. Now he backs off. First down and 10 Mustangs at hour 45. Jones back to throw again, looking for Williams. Double coverage. Ball knocked away again. This time down the field. It's going to be Corey Stillwell down there. Yeah. And good coverage. It looks like Zach Keontae Graham.
It sure is. He's limping a little bit right. He got his feet tangled up. But I'm going to tell you something. That's the way you're supposed to cover these outside receivers. And it looks like we've seen Smoky Mountain look at underneath receivers, but so far it's all a home run ball. They're hanging that thing up, just hoping that their guy can come down with it. And when our safeties are rolling over the top with these corners in man coverage, there's no they're not going to be able to get that ball in there many times.
Yeah, Williams, great athlete again, 6'2", good target.
Trips
this time Jones
to the wide
throws
side
it right down the middle of the field. It's almost intercepted in and out of the hands of Corey Stillwell.
Hit right where he's supposed to be, too. Just about 4 yards inside that hash, and he threw it right to him. And
he did.
Poor Corey right there, he saw it coming. He just couldn't pull it down. He was right where he needed to be.
He was. 3rd down and 10 now for the Mustangs. 11:31 to play in the second quarter. No score. Our Maroon Devils have been the closest to the end zone, if you will, earlier. But close doesn't count. 3rd down and 10. Got a man wide on each side. Twins inside. Kind of in the slot receiver position. Now they're going to look to the left side, throw it short, and it's going to be, just enough for a first down at the 35-yard line on second effort.
And they really
late flag.
Yeah, they really only threw that ball where it could be completed. We blitzed a linebacker from that side. It's a shoot call that Coach Holt has for those inside backers. As he went up in the line of scrimmage, I don't know whether the quarterback saw it or whether it was designed that way, but where he vacated from before any of the defensive backs could close on him, he threw it to him underneath.
Now the question is our defense going to be called for a personal foul?
I don't know exactly. We've not got a call yet.
That's what I'm guessing from what I saw potentially on that tackle. But I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But they're looking that way, and unsportsmanlike conduct instead of a personal foul, same yardage, and it's going to hurt. So they're going to mark it off from the 35. That's where the first down was gained, and it's going to go all the way down to the 20.
Yeah, now they're in that zone. We've got to now put pressure on them.
Yep, they're in the red zone at the 20. 11:23 to play, no score, but now the Mustangs knocking on the door. And again, it looked like maybe just kind of almost not a late hit, but something about that tackle the official didn't like.
Okay, they got trips now into the short side of the field. 3 receivers over there. 1 to the wide side of the field. In the shotgun set. Now they're going to trade those trips to the wide side.
Yeah, Williams over here with single coverage.
They're probably going to run the ball back into the boundary, and there they go.
Big hole in the middle. There comes, again, the guy that had such a big year 2 years ago, Isaiah McNeely, for about 8 yards down to the 12. And, a lot of people forgot about him when he was hurt last year, Coach. But, boy, 2 years ago, he had a whale of a season.
And he's back, and he means to play it and show it. So it's a good run by that young man. We got to do a better job of staying on the line of scrimmage and not getting knocked off the line of scrimmage.
So they're going to spot it actually at the 13. 2nd down and 3. McNeely beside Jones in the backfield.
Here we go with the motion over with the trips again to the wide side. Now they're probably going to run the ball to the wide side of the field. Going to fake it.
Down the middle. Got a man just open, but he overthrew him too high. Too high. But he had a good slant coming right inside the end zone.
Sure did. Yeah, and he had his hand up, but I don't think he meant to keep it up there long, not with the safety closing on him like that. That was an end cut, a post cut, short post cut into the end zone.
And good coverage over there by Josiah Glaspie and Reese Winchester on that slant.
3rd down now. Trips into the boundary again.
They need 3.
Going to go ahead and snap it with the trips in the boundary, giving the ball to the running back.
Here's McNeely. He's got the first down inside the 10. It's going to be first down and goal to go from the 8-yard line.
That was their objective right there, just move those sticks.
Yeah, the clock stopped, but the official said, hey, keep it rolling.
Yeah.
So 10 minutes to play in the first half now, and now the Mustangs are starting to knock on the door as they have their best opportunity of getting points.
And we're going to have to buckle down right here. You'll see. You will see us playing tighter to the line of scrimmage. Linebackers are tighter to the line of scrimmage.
Yep, 3-man front. And it's going to be McNeely again, and he runs into a lot of traffic. This time, we had more hats up there.
Yeah, and what's starting to happen when you get down there closer like that, you limit their possibilities, and you can actually do more defensively. I learned over the years that you're able to do more things defensively because you're not defending so much of the field.
That's it. That was a big tackle there by Grady Lewis. Grady, of course, junior, returning starter from last year. Now it's going to bring up a second down and still about 8, almost 9.
Okay, you see the running backs lined up to the side that the trips is on now once they trade them over. If they're going to run the ball, they're going in the weak side of the field. If they're going to throw it, they're going to throw it to the wide side of the field.
Yeah, just a little outlet pass.
Oh, don't lose your feet.
Going to be only a yard gain. Pass complete over there to Jake Stillwell. Good gain tackle over there by Josh Collins, and also coming up over there is Corey Stillwell, and got some help over there from Drew Skaggs.
Brings up third down now, and third and about 9. So it's going to be there again. Keep your eyes to the wide side of the field and where that running back lines up. Now he's going to line. If they're going to run it, if he's going to get the football and run it, he's going to the wide side of the field now.
So third down now, and we're going to call the line of scrimmage about the 8-yard line. And they fake the handoff, looking down the middle, and a crowd just too high.
Yeah.
The receiver kind of got a hand on it, but again, just too high.
Yeah, and that brings up fourth down for them. Now they've got an excellent field goal kicker. I watched him warm up, and he was drilling that thing from anywhere from the 20-yard line in. He was hitting it dead center. So that's all I got to watch him.
And that's Sawyer Snyder. Their number's kind of hard to read. They got a dark green against a dark gray jersey. That number hard to read, but it is going to be Sawyer Snyder, number 3, from the 15-yard line. He's got plenty of leg, and it's going to be up and good. So a 25-yard field goal by Snyder.
First points of the game, Gary.
25-yard field goal, and the Mustangs draw first blood. 3-0 lead, 8:19 to play in the second quarter. We'll be back after this timeout. Fans, welcome back. We want to say a big thank you to Almond Boat and RV Park for helping us pay the broadcast fee tonight. And, Coach, you know a little bit about those guys.
Yeah, like I said earlier, and I want to give a shout-out to all the folks that work down there. And of course, again, the Mathis family. They're good people, and anybody knows them knows that. But the guys that you work with down there, sometimes they're a little skeptical. You got to watch them, and you don't really know sometimes what's going to happen. So you just have to watch them real careful.
Now somebody told me that you were the social director down there.
I am kind of the social director and public relations individual. That's what I'd call me.
Here we go with the kickoff, and it's going to be returnable. Back there, Josh Collins at the 17. He drops it, jumps back on at the 22. Boy, we've had a little bit of trouble hanging onto the ball a couple of times tonight.
Yeah, I don't know how many more yards he would have got out of that, but we'll never know now. And it's just, I hate to blame him. Somebody mentioned to me last week. They said, "Coach, you're too easy on those guys anymore. Man, you used to scream at us and yell at us and do drills so we wouldn't do things like that." And I said, "Well, I'm a kinder, gentler Coach White these days." And
well, it's different up here than down there.
Yeah, being a grandpa or being a dad, our producer said. So Joe had to interject that. But yeah, I early in the season things are going to happen, but you don't want them to happen, but they happen.
Here we go, split backs for the Maroon Devils. First down at the 23, and we run it to the right side. Here comes another great run by Josh Collins. He might have dropped that kickoff, but he hangs on to this one for a good gain.
And all the old school guys out there, they put that play in this week. That's the old blast play. The old 42 blast play. They're going to run it both ways tonight, and it's blocked exactly the way it was blocked all those years with Coach Dietz and myself, and there's nothing different about it. They really wanted to put that in this week, and they were working on it at practice this week.
So good job right now. That's a first down, 10-yard pickup, 7:40 to play in the second quarter. Now the Mustangs with a 3-0 lead, 5-man front for the Mustangs as we're going to run to the right side again from Josh Collins trying to get outside, and he's going to be tripped up, though, after a yard gain.
Yeah, we didn't get that blocked right up front. Josh saw it, too. He saw it immediately, and he popped it towards the sidelines. That was an isolation play, and it didn't. They stunted up front, and the same that we were trying to get our Joe up in there to block a linebacker, it wasn't there. So as soon as Benji, that's his dad. As soon as Josh saw it, he took off.
So now second down, Maroon Devils are going to need 7:04 to play here in the second quarter. Again, that sun finally went down, and boy, we could. Hope the temperature goes down just as fast. Right now, second down and 8. Hand off to the deep man of the eye. It's going to be Glaspie. Got a penalty flag. It's going to bring it back. Josiah got another penalty flag on the tackle. So this may be an offsetting penalty.
It may be. So it is what it is, Reese. Just officials already explained it. Just let it be.
Coach Holt.
Yeah, he's trying to tell him over there, too. Just keep your composure. They got another flag down here on the tackle. So,
that's it.
And we had a heck of a play right there.
First down, going to be holding on the offense. Going to be personal foul, face mask on the defense. So it offsets.
Offsetting penalties.
There you go.
Okay.
So it looks like they're going to bring it back and replay the down. It's going to be the line of scrimmage at the 36, second down, and about 8 yards to go.
Yep. And, that's why you want a young man to kind of keep his composure. You don't know what's happening downfield. And
that's it.
I don't know exactly what was seen. That was a true isolation play out of the eye backs. This time with Collins getting to that linebacker.
Yep.
And Josiah getting the football.
Yeah, I think Reese was trying to plead his case to the referee who threw that holding flag.
Yeah.
But anyway, here we go. Second down and 8.
Two tight ends, split backs.
5-man front for the Mustangs now. And, boy, Reese is in trouble again. The ball is down on the ground again, and we turn it over to the Mustangs. So, again, we've had a little issue up there with the football.
Well, what's happening now, Smoky Mountain is bringing everybody, and all they're doing is the moment they see which way Reese is opening up, they're attacking, and they're hitting us on the hookup. Now, that's always the objective when you're playing against a Veer team. Try to hit them on the hookup, and nothing's clean after that, and that ball pops right out.
So now big turnover.
My good friend Jim Fox used to say, if you're going to run the veer, if you're going to run the option, that's going to happen. But now you try to keep it from happening and it's offensive linemen and backs working together.
That's it. It's a timing thing.
Yes, it is. Exactly.
First down and 10 at the 35-yard line. Twins flipping over here to the right side. Got trips on the right.
To the wide side of the field. Running back's going to get the ball.
Yep, right up the middle is Brindley.
Looking for that seam. That's the inside zone play right there. And trying to get just get as much out of it as he could. And all you have to do is, according to what they do with these receivers, is see which side that back's on, okay? And the ball's going to the other side if he's going to get it, because everything crosses that quarterback's face. If the quarterback's going to keep it, he's going to fake, and then he's going out the other way.
Second down now and 7, 3-yard pickup again by Brindley, who is, or McNeely rather, Isaiah McNeely.
Doing the same thing.
Flip again.
Trading those inside twins to trips to the wide side, backs away.
McNeely fake the handoff.
Quarterback pulls it, single recovery.
Down the slant, and it's going to be a big first down inside the 10-yard line. First down and goal, Mustangs. Again, just a slight slant on that left side.
He'd been running go routes upfield, taking off upfield. He started like he was going to break on the outside of Joe over there and stuck his foot in the ground and coming into that some coaches call that a skinny post.
There you go. it was just broke inside just enough.
Just enough.
Just to get the defender turned around.
And it's a timing route. The quarterback threw it before he ever made the cut simply because he knew where he was going to end up.
First down and goal now.
Trading it over again. Short side of the field into the boundary.
Back on the right side of the quarterback. Jones at quarterback, turns and hands off. And right up the gut and in the end zone is going to be Isaiah McNeely. He runs it in from about 9 yards away with 5 minutes to play in the first half. And the Mustangs have a 9-0 lead here pending the PAT.
Yeah, they kind of knocked us off the football right there. He did a good job, that running back did, of running that inside zone and finding that seam. It was actually, he broke it back to where he came from. He got the ball going headed the way it was designed, but when he saw it crack, he hit it.
Sawyer Snyder on the kick. He already has a 25-yard field goal tonight. This PAT, plenty of leg, and now the Mustangs make it a 10-0 lead with 5 minutes to play before halftime. And we've got a lot of football. Stay with us here on the Maroon Devils Network.
Hello viewers, my name is Audrey Zelinka and I'm one of your student correspondents with the Maroon Devils Network. This channel was created in 2014 and since then we've had over 430,000 views, but more than 75% of those have been non-subscribers. Right now our channel has a little over 2,400 subscribers, but we want to reach a goal of 5,000. To help us do this, you can like, subscribe, and share our videos. Thank you for watching the Maroon Devils Network.
Fans, welcome back. The Mustangs will kick it to the Maroon Devils. This time it's going to be from the 10-yard line. Josh Collins almost fell down. He's trying to get a block, and they're all over him down there, forcing him back in the middle, and he just really had nowhere to go. Got about a 5-yard return, Coach, but again, just don't know where to go.
And that's designed. The kicker kicks it to that area design. He's such a good kicker. He can directionally kick. I had a couple of those with the Zimmerman brothers.
Yes.
When you can do that, you're really only having to defend 2/3 of the field. You don't have to worry about that wide side because he'll pin them over here so tight to the numbers they can't get back across the field. All you got to do is fill those alleys down through there and not give him a seam. And you're going to pretty much tackle him pretty close to where he catches the football. Now we got a penalty.
Yeah. Now they're going to back it all the way in. Yeah. All the way back to about the 7-yard line.
We're not helping ourselves right now, Gary. These turnovers are killing us. That's what the 2 scores have come off of, like our producer said a minute ago, and it's hurting us. And now these penalties, and we've got to get control of that, and I'm sure Coach Holt's going to address that at halftime.
Yeah. But you're right, that kickoff happened just the way you said. They cut off the field. Now Reese turns and hands off. It's going to be Josiah, but just nowhere to go.
Yeah, tried to run the isolation again to that side, and we broke that thing earlier in the first quarter, but right now we're having trouble getting it up in there.
So now we actually lost about a yard. It's going to bring up second down and about, looks like 4.5 minutes to play here before halftime. Still time to move this ball down the field and try to get some points here before heading to the locker room.
Yeah, we need something big here, and I'm not telling our coaching staff anything they don't know. We need something big to happen right here.
Plenty of time on the play clock. Maroon Devils lining it up with 10 seconds on the play clock. Second down. I formation. Reese back to throw. He's in trouble in the end zone. Tries to throw it out there, and it's going to be intercepted by the Mustangs inside the 10-yard line. Another big turnover.
Yeah. And it's right down there inside the 10.
Now they're going to rule incomplete.
Okay, incomplete. All right, he was out of. Well, that's a lucky break for us.
We dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, we sure did. That was a close call right there. They're after us. I mean, they're coming. They're just laying their ears back. If we can ever get Joe, Si, or any of them down the field and get them open, it could be big because it's all that man coverage, and all it takes is one good shot down the field.
That's it. So this time the Maroon Devils are going to bring twins on the left, going to have twins on the right, going to spread it out here, one back in the backfield. with Reese Winchester, who's basically standing on the goal line right now for the snap. He gets a high snap. Now he airs it out again. It's going to be up for grabs. Going to be a jump ball, and there's Josiah with the jump ball down the right sideline. And that was just out jumping the defender with that height advantage.
That's what that's got to happen somewhere along, like you talked about earlier, Gary. That height advantage came into play right there.
Yep.
And Coach Holt knew it. He'd just throw it up to him, man. We got to do something to get this field position changed. And we needed something big, and there it was.
There it was, going to spot it at the 48-yard line of Smoky Mountain. But I'll say this, Reese just got that ball away before he got popped.
They are coming, and all you have to do is watch that second level. When I say second level, it's the linebacker level. You got your defensive lineman up here. Now you see the three of them. Now anybody else that comes to the line of scrimmage is a linebacker.
You got four guys.
They'll bring them. They'll bring them off the edges as soon as they see what he's doing.
Here they go.
Not so much this time. Going to just throw it out here to.
It's going to be to that's Keontae Graham.
Yep, out here to Keontae. He picks up about 4 or 5, maybe 5, hopefully. About 4.
But they're blitzing that linebacker on that side.
They're just waiting to see. They're not wasting any time. Once they see him with that ball in his hand, they know he's dangerous. Reese is, and if he gets enough time, he's going to hurt you. Or if he gets loose back there, he's going to hurt you.
That's it. So now the clock with 2:52 to play. Mustangs up 10-0. Maroon Devils trying to get out on the board before halftime.
Trips into this side of the field, single receiver to the other side.
This time Reese has time, throws
across.
over the middle, got Josh Collins, has a first down at the 37-yard line. Move the sticks.
I believe that was Stillwell. He threw that one to Corey Stillwell. I
think you're right. 2 instead of 3.
Yeah, that's that underneath cut where those linebackers, when they start bringing linebackers after your quarterback over the edge, man coverage or not, drag one of those receivers across the field at that second level, and he's going to get open somewhere.
2:25 to play, first half. Clock running. Right now, the Maroon Devils at the 38-yard line of Smoky Mountain.
If we can get this ball in, Gary, it changes the whole complexion of this game.
Oh, no doubt. Reese back to throw again. Here comes the blitz. Throws it up for grabs behind the receiver, but he catches
touchdown,
it. The defender fell down.
Defender
fell down. Keontae with a touchdown. Tough break for the Mustangs there as Sawyer Snyder fell down.
That's exactly what we needed to happen. See, you throw that up there enough in that man coverage, he's out there by himself. Any wrong move that corner makes and your receiver is anywhere close, some good things are going to happen.
And again, the defender just kind of got turned.
Yeah.
And when he tried to make the play, fell down. Keontae walked into the end zone.
Yeah.
And that was a huge score for the Maroon Devil football team.
Yeah, we need this extra point right here, and this changes the whole complexion of the ball game.
Brendan Lanning coming on, number 9. The Maroon Devil high snap. They get it down, and it goes in just inside the left upright.
It was ugly, but it went, and that's all that matters.
That's it. Good job by Reese to get it down.
Yeah, it was a high snap, and Reese got good hands. He pulled it down. And by the way, while we got a minute here, Gary, congratulations on your induction to the Western North Carolina Hall of Fame. I was so when my wife told me, because I don't even look at a computer, let alone open it up, and she came outside and got me and hollered and said, Gary Ayers has been inducted, and I was so tickled to hear that, and we all are so pleased. Everything you've done for Swain County athletics and everything you've done for Western Carolina athletics, I mean, that's a no-brainer. It really is, brother. Congratulations.
Well, I appreciate it. It's I was talking to Steve White, who's the official athletic historian there, and he's in the Hall of Fame as well. And he kind of laughed. He said, when you're like me and you're getting into the Hall of Fame, that means you're getting older and you've seen a lot of ball games.
That's probably very true.
That's very true.
But it couldn't gone to a better individual and a finer person, not because you're sitting here, but everybody in Swain County knows it, and everybody at Western Carolina University knows it. So there.
Yeah, good people both ways.
Well, you've been good to all of us. You really were. You were easy on me when I wasn't a very good football coach. So there.
Hey, that's what friends are for. Hey, there you go. Brendan Lanning to kick off for the Maroon Devils, and now it's going to be the Mustangs to return. And looks like they're going to have a squib kick up the middle.
Yeah, don't lose your feet.
At the 35,
Don't
at
lose
the
your
40.
feet.
Oh,
Ball's
Mustang
loose.
ball loose.
We got the ball.
Maroon Devils have it at
We've
the 44.
got the football. Yes, sir.
There's 32,
All
and
right.
that's a Mason Cochran on the recovery.
We got just under 2 minutes, too. And
Wow.
I'm going to tell you something. This is where Reese Winchester thrives. This is his place right here. Now, he's got in his mind right now, we're going to try to get back on this board. Coach Holt, same way. He's talking to him right now, and they're going through what they think they can do right here and what they think can happen. The offensive linemen are excited. They're back out there, got a chance to take the lead in this football game.
And right now, I think we have 3 timeouts left, Coach. So we have timeouts left to use with 1:55 to play.
Yeah, so don't expect to see. You could see us throw it coming out of the gate right here, but this may be more of a running game to the wide side of the field.
Yeah, got Gaspley down low and Keontae up high. Man coverage on both those guys.
Yeah, here we go.
Reese
there
back
we
to
go
throw.
for the jump ball.
This
again.
is Josiah.
Flags down.
And
we're going to have a hold call here, I'm afraid, out here on the left side of the offensive lineman. Yep, sure is.
And pretty good coverage by the defense.
It was that time. They bailed as soon as the ball was snapped. They didn't hesitate. They didn't want anybody to get behind them with 2 minutes left to go.
So now that's going to again a penalty that's going to sting the Maroon Devil offense. Offensive holding call. Going to move the ball back across that 50-yard line.
Yeah, and I'm sure that the Smoky Mountain coaching staff has told those corners, if we're going to play this man coverage, you line up as close as you dare to him, but you open your hips and you get gone and don't lose sight of him. We burn them twice with it.
Yep, don't let him get behind you. Now the line of scrimmage is going to be at the 46-yard line of Maroon Devil territory, so we got to go about 54 yards to score before halftime. 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side. Out of the gun, Reese Winchester rolls to his right side.
Now they got trouble if he plays this right. Missed him.
Yep, throws it just a little too low. Glassby couldn't pull it up, and pretty good coverage.
He's having a little trouble he looked almost like he almost lost control throwing that football again. So I don't know what the deal is about that, but it just looked like he was unable to get that ball centered where he wanted to on his hand.
So the clock is stopped now with 1:43 to play.
Yeah, we need
second down and 20.
Yeah, we put ourselves in a hole now, and now Coach Holt's whole line of thinking has changed.
Yeah, got to get the first down.
Yeah, we just get this first down, and then the clock will be where it's at.
Yeah. So now 3 wide on the right side, the wide side of the field, 1 down low. Reese back to throw. Here comes the blitz.
Again.
He's in trouble, fires, and he basically throws it away. He had nothing, just nowhere to go, and basically nobody open.
Yeah, he was approaching the line of scrimmage there too, and it was a good idea to just go ahead and throw it, because if he throws it once he passes there, that's a penalty if they catch him at it.
Yeah, and it was close. Line of scrimmage again. Right now, the 46-yard line. Clock stopped, 1:37 to play, but now 3rd down and 20. And now you can see the Mustangs are playing deep center field on defense.
Yeah, they're not going to give up. They'll give you something underneath. They're not going to let you get behind them at all.
Damari Williams, one of those back there again. A lot of athleticism as they drop even deeper. Reese back to throw. Now dumps it off short, and it's going to be short again. Trying to get it over there to Corey Stillwell, but a one-hopper won't work.
Yeah, I still believe he's having trouble. He's not made any indication that he's just having trouble hanging on to that football or something. It may be something, he's injured his hand somewhat or something. He's just struggling with that ball in his hand. So we got a timeout now.
Timeout on the field, and we'll take a break, and we'll be right back. Stay with us on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back. Maroon Devils are now going to be forced to punt on 4th down and 20. Josh back to kick it away, but he started to run it. Now he kicks it very high, and it's going to take a Maroon Devil bounce again and be blown dead down about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, we were talking about it before the punt right there, Gary, that Coach Holt, I believe you right now, he's kind of kicking himself a little bit because trying to throw that football as many times as they did, we didn't use up as much of the clock as we wanted to.
Yeah.
So Smoky Mountain still got a little over a minute and to try to make something happen here. Now we're going to be having to do the same thing they were doing right now. We're going to have to play center field, get deeper coverages, open your hips up and run with these guys because but they're not just limited. That running back is just 1 or 2 steps away from breaking one.
No doubt.
Now, if anybody out there is curious, if he's going to run the football, he's going into the boundary this time. If they're going to throw it, there he goes.
Pops it outside.
Out to the boundary.
Yep.
He's trying to get to the sidelines, get the clock stopped, but we didn't let him.
And we stop him at the 30-yard line. That's a good defensive play.
It is, and unless they use the timeout, the clock's going to continue to run.
Yeah, 1 minute to play. Both teams have 2 timeouts left.
All right.
This time Williams, the dangerous one, is wide on the right side.
Yeah. So we'll watch again. He's out here to the wide side of the field. We'll see where that running back lines up.
And it's going to be man coverage with Keontae Graham.
Right.
And we got over the top 2 deep over there. Looks like Reese Winchester and Corey Stillwell are deep safeties.
Yep. And they will play man coverage. The safeties will man up with if Coach Holt wants them to play it. There he comes now. He's looking at the inside zone and keeps. They're trying to get a first down so that
they're close.
As they move the sticks, then they got options. And let's see if you got it.
Now they stop the clock, and the clock has 24 seconds, 23 and a half exactly.
Say it is a first down.
As you can see on your camera.
Yeah. See, it is a first down.
So now, once they spot the ball, though, now they can crank up the clock and get it running, and it's already running under 20 seconds. I don't think they're going to run another play.
Well, the thing is, he may be Smoky Mountain coaching staff may be satisfied right now with just saying, hey, look, let's get in here and regroup. We're ahead in this ball game.
Here they're going to run one more play.
Yeah. Now, if the running back's going to get it, he's coming here. Now he switches back.
Here he goes.
Inside zone.
That's halftime.
Yep.
So now both teams head for the locker room, and it's still a heck of a ball game, 10-7. Coach, one thing that I think we've really seen here that we kind of expected, we're seeing a lot of physical play with the Mustang linebackers. Their defensive front, they're really putting a lot of pressure on us.
They really are, and they're not allowing our quarterback to do the things that he normally can do, and so it's one of these things that he's and Coach Holt, he's going to go in because they've blitzed nearly every down when he's pulled that football. And I think that's just a game plan they had. The moment you see they got a designated linebacker that he pulls that football out, you go after him. The other linebacker is pretty much what they call spying him. He's staying at level 2, but he's chasing him, and that way he doesn't get out here in the open field and hurt him.
So going to be a great second half coming up. Again, a 3-point game at halftime, 10-7 between 2 teams that won their season openers. Again, our Maroon Devils victorious over Charlotte Country Day last week, while the Mustangs won over Cherokee last week. Both teams putting up 34 points in their season opener. But a lot of football coming up. And talking about that, Coach, we want to mention this coming up next Friday at Swain County Memorial Stadium and Boyce Dietz Field. We're going to be honoring that coach whose name is on the field, Coach Boyce Dietz. He's going to be there, going to be honored. I understand he's going to be spending some time over in the Hall of Fame building where people can come and visit with him.
Yeah, go over and talk to him, and that's an excellent way of doing that too, and giving folks a chance to see him again and talk to him for a minute or two, and listen to him spin yarns like he's real good at too.
No doubt. And we also want to say, don't forget to stop by out there next week during the home game at the West Swain Fire Department, where they have that delicious kettle corn. Daniel Kluwer and all those guys, they're selling at every home game. And, man, I'm still eating on some I got last week.
My grandkids stole mine, so it left there in a hurry. But, I'm going to I'm sure Daniel will show back up there with another bag for me. So I'm going to hide this one. Yeah.
All right. Man, stay tuned. We've got more coming up in the second half. Stay with us here on the Maroon Devils Network.
Hello, viewers. My name is Audrey Zelinka, and I'm one of your student correspondents with the Maroon Devils Network. This channel was created in 2014, and since then we've had over 430,000 views, but more than 75% of those have been non-subscribers. Right now our channel has a little over 2,400 subscribers, but we want to reach a goal of 5,000. To help us do this, you can like, subscribe, and share our videos. Thank you for watching the Maroon Devils Network.
Fans, welcome back. Some scores before halftime. Of course, our main score right now, Smoky Mountain 10. Our Maroon Devils 7. Some other scores around the mountains. Commerce right now leading Murphy 27-13. Cherokee leading Cosby, Tennessee, 27-6. Andrews over East Henderson right now, 13-6 in that ball game. So, Coach, again, some other games going on around the mountains, and don't forget, we'll be back home next Friday with the Franklin Panthers and the Brooks brothers coming to town.
Oh yeah, that'd be a lot of fun too. Yeah, it's I love to hear these the games that are going on because you over the years, how many different times people play each other, but then with the scheduling problems everybody has. The new teams that get brought into and get passed around a little bit in the Smoky Mountain Conference.
Now, of course, I think our fans, last week was a good win, but our fans knew basically nothing about Charlotte Country Day.
Right.
But hey, our fans know this team right here on the Mustangs of Smoky Mountain.
Well, it's bragging rights. Way back when I first came to Swain County, Coach Dietz used to he would talk about this. You're going to have to live with these people. You're going to have to live with them year round, whatever happens. So you might as well make the best of it.
That's
so
it. Here we go. Mustangs will kick it off, and they're going to angle it toward that right corner again. But this time we're going to pick it up at the 24, and Josh Collins is going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, where we'll have it first down and 10. So this time we hung on to the ball, and that's going to be the key of this second half.
Exactly.
We've got to hang on to the ball.
You're exactly right, Gary. We can't keep shooting ourselves in the foot. Turnovers, a good football team will lose because of turnovers. That's one thing. But there again, the way they kicked the football right then, if you noticed on that camera shot, they had 9 players from the middle of the field this way. They're just not going to let you get that thing back out to the wide side of the field.
Here we go. Maroon Devils with the football. One back, twins on each side. Mustangs with a 4-man front. Got a man in motion. And he's going to get the toss from Reese Winchester. Trying to get outside, but we lost 5 yards on the toss to Corey Stillwell.
Yeah, we didn't do a good job blocking that out on the edge. It's well-designed play, and that is a good play. That's that orbit play. We used to refer to it as you put him in motion across through there and you pitch him the football. And we didn't get those people blocked out there on the edge. I mean, we didn't touch one of them.
No, they are getting penetration.
Yeah, they're pushing upfield on us hard.
They really are. Right now, it's going to bring up a second down, and we lost 6. Second down and 16. And again, basically a similar set. This time, got a man in motion the other way. Got trips on the left side. Reese Winchester back to throw. Got a penalty flag in the backfield. That's probably going to be another holding call. No, it's going to be against the Maroon. Yeah, it's going to be against the Maroon Devils again. That was an early flag, and that's usually a false start or a holding.
I think it was an illegal formation. Somebody wasn't. We had too many people in the backfield, off the football, something of that nature. I believe that was the indication he gave. Now, he has to check with the side officials to make sure they were either on or off, and that's what he's doing right now, and going over to talk to Coach Holt about where they were lined up. Because you can have as many people as you want to on the line of scrimmage. It's how many people are backed off a distance that declares them eligible receivers or backs. Let's see what he's going to do here.
Now he's going to talk to Mustang head coach Brindley. No.
Let's see here. Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be declined.
Okay. All right.
That's going to bring up third down now with the Mustangs declining that penalty.
Yeah, because he wants that loss of down.
Loss of down, third down now. Third down now in 16.
Right.
Basically the same set, twins on each side.
Right. Go motion again. This time instead of the orbit look, straight across. Throw it out here, flare it out.
And the Mustangs covered it well, and we've kind of flipped it back there to Corey Stillwell. No, it's going to be Reese Winchester, the guy we flipped it to, and he actually is the one that threw it because he was in motion. The
ball ended up, I believe, to was that Brandon Frost, 82? I believe it was, who caught the ball. I couldn't see from this side. There's a glare on this window. I can't see.
Yeah. So now.
It brings up a punting situation. We don't have all of our people on the field.
There we go.
There we go.
Lights are off. Josh Collins, high snap, and he's going to run it to the right side, and he's got some room, and he's going to get the first down out across the 44-yard line. Now that was a gutsy play call.
It really was, and it was designed that way because they'd worked on that rugby kick, which means he's moving to the side. They worked on that this week at practice, and it's a perfect opportunity to fake it. And they were actually talking about giving him the option of whether to run with it or not. And if he saw that they didn't have any outside containment to the wide side of the field, and there he went.
And it was a lot of room over there. First down and 10 at the 44-yard line now. Maroon Devils down by a score of 10-7. 10-14 to play, third quarter here. But again, big first down here at the 44-yard line. Again, same set. Twins on each side. Again, that man comes in motion from right to left. Cuts upfield. Reese back to throw. Has some time. Now here comes pressure. He reverses field, rolls to the right side, throws it in traffic, basically out of bounds.
Yeah, he was running to his left there. The receivers that were down the sidelines were covered. The only receiver he had was running back towards the middle of the field.
Yeah.
And he just couldn't get his shoulders turned to throw it to him.
Yeah, he came back. You saw Reese was in trouble.
Yep.
And again, when he rolled over here to the left side, just couldn't find anybody open.
Yeah, they had us covered out here to the field, and that so it just ended up being he had to try to find a place to put that ball.
Good coverage here on the left side for the Mustangs, number 10, Angel Hernandez. Second down and 10 now for the Maroon Devils after the incomplete pass. This time trips on the wide side. One back beside Reese. Three-man rush now by the Mustangs. Nobody blitzing.
Okay, now he's got some time.
And he throws it behind his man at the 40-yard line. That's Josiah Glaspie.
Yeah, they had it looked to be a little bit more of zone coverage that time, and I'm not really sure whether that was because that they were expecting us to run it. I don't think they were in man coverage that time because those linebackers never moved. They set up and set in those hook to curl and out zones. So.
Yeah, Keontae kind of got in between the linebackers and the safeties in there, but couldn't get the ball to him.
That's right.
Third down and 10 at the 44 now.
I think they're switching to a whole lot of zone coverage when they see trips.
Three-man rush now. Nobody blitzing. Reese
it is
firing,
underneath right there.
And got his man and just out of bounds. And that should be enough for the first down for Glaspie.
Yeah, they were in an underneath zone coverage that time. Now, I don't know exactly. I think that the trips kind of scare them in man. There's too many things you can do that we can do to them if they try to get in man coverage. So they may be going man on one side to the single receiver side and then zone to the trip side.
And this time we got trips on the left side. Yeah, it looks more almost like a zone.
It is because that outside linebacker is staring right at the quarterback.
Yep.
Yeah, it's zone. He's let that inside receiver go.
Reese throws it down the sideline again, and it's going to be incomplete down inside the 35-yard line.
Good effort there trying to get that ball and keep his feet in bounds by Josiah, but it just he couldn't hang on to it.
Yeah, Josiah and Keontae, they've turned into two good targets here for Reese Winchester.
Oh, yeah, and we're not over yet. And Coach Holt may just have decided to loosen this defense up a little bit of Smoky Mountains by not trying to run right at them right now. Just get this passing game going here in the third quarter. That's the great thing about having the option to do that. He's got the option to get up under and run the veer and get in this gun and throw it.
From the gun again, this time over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. Try to get it to looks like Corey Stillwell over there.
Yeah.
One thing I'm sure is in the mind of Coach Sherman Holt is some of the exchange we had with those two fumbles in the first half out of that quarterback under center.
Yeah, and a lot of times when it's like you said earlier, Gary, it's a timing thing.
Yeah.
If anybody's footwork's off between the quarterback or an offensive lineman or even the center, that ball is going to be. There's going to be a period of time that ball's just hanging out in the air.
Yeah, that's a dangerous thing.
It is. It makes you hold your breath.
Oh, boy, third down and 10. Maroon Devils inside the Mustang 45-yard line, third and 10. Trips to the wide side, left side. Reese looking that way, fires it out here. And the receiver is going to throw it down the field, wide open, Stillwell, down inside the 5-yard line. First down and goal, Maroon Devils.
And everything about that was legal.
That was Colton Watkins.
Yeah, if you noticed, I believe it was Andrew Cody that threw the ball, He was a receiver.
You're right. Andrew Cody, 16.
And as soon as he was behind Reese, so that was just it was nothing but a lateral. And then he was able to stop and throw. He's our number 2 quarterback. So there it is.
Good pass. And again, they just kind of almost, it looked like when the play started it was going to be a wide receiver screen.
Yeah, something of that nature. But it ended up, he was behind Reese. It was absolutely perfect because he was at least 3 yards behind him when he caught it. And then he's able to stop and throw it upfield. Now, that was a smart move on Coach Holt's part. You got to do something to loosen these people up.
That's it.
You got to get them off of you. Now we're going back to the 2 tights.
Yep.
And the I formation, toss sweep back here.
Here comes
Getting to the
Josiah.
edge, and he's going to get there. No.
He got tripped up, but he still stumbled forward for a couple of yards after getting hit.
Yeah, I spoke too soon. That young man caught him from behind. You don't see that happen much, did you?
No, he just had the angle on it.
Yeah, he did. He kept an angle, and he got a foot, and that's all it took to get him down. So now here we go.
Now he's injured.
Well, he's had it. He's had that leg injury anyway, so this may have just compounded it. I don't know. But we'll
looks
see
like
right
Josiah
here.
down inside the 5-yard line. So we have a timeout while they work on him, and hopefully it's going to be okay, and we'll be back after these messages. Fans, welcome back. Again, Josiah Glaspie goes off the field. He looks okay, but we're now lined up, ready to go. Second down. We hope he's going to be back. Here's Reese Winchester, quarterback keeper, going straight over between the center and the left guard for maybe a yard or two inside the 5.
Yeah, he's just edging a little bit closer. and just to get it be third down. We got 2 downs to punch this thing in. Ball looks to be on about the 2-yard line, Gary, from here.
And now we've got a new back in the backfield for the Maroon Devils here. And that's going to be, looks like Mason Cochran is in there.
Yeah.
He's going to be in there with Zeke Gillespie. And now Zeke's going to come out wide to the left side.
Yeah.
And again, Mason's going to be in there in the I formation. And it's going to be you-know-who, Josh Collins, the deep man in the I.
Look for him to get the football, too. And
there he goes.
Comes, coming to the edge.
And he's in.
He's in.
Touchdown, going in, standing up. And the Maroon Devils have taken the lead for the first time tonight, Coach. And that's a big score, and we hope Josiah is also going to be okay.
Yeah, we'll keep watching over there and see. He's trying to walk that thing off. And like I said, he had an injury earlier in the week to his leg. It happened last Friday night, but just I hope that he's able to come back.
And the good thing is, our certified athletic trainer, Kerry Powell, worked on him hard over there, and he was able to walk off the field and put his weight on that leg. Here we go with the PAT with Brendan Lanning. And in this game, as we saw last year when it was 21-20, those extra points are big.
They're huge. I mean, like you said last week too, you work and you work and work on these things with the kicking game, and then all of a sudden, if one or two little things go wrong, you end up losing a ball game by a point that you just missed an extra point on. Then the emphasis comes back in a hurry.
Oh, no doubt. Fans, stay tuned. We'll be back with more on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back as the Maroon Devils will kick it off. It's going to be almost an onside kick. The ball is loose, and there's a big pile for it at the 41-yard line. I think the Mustangs might have it. Yeah, they got it.
We had it momentarily, and it came loose from us. It came loose from them first, then from us, and then back to them.
So, again, a little bit of an interesting kick there, but, boy, it almost turned into a big play for us.
Yeah, and there again, when you tell a kicker to squib kick it, I'm not sure. I don't know what the plan was right there. When you tell one to squib kick it, it's liable to end up anywhere.
Yeah, it could go either way. And now the Mustangs have it in good field position at the 46-yard line. They have 3 wide to the left side over on the Swain County bench side of the field. And again, a standing room only crowd here tonight. Here comes McNeely straight ahead.
Yeah.
And he's hit hard for a 2-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, we piled that up pretty good right there. Now that was that middle wedge play where it looks like a zone, but man, that's just pretty much wedge blocking. And he comes straight downhill with that football, and we piled that one up pretty good.
So good defensive stop now, 2nd down and 8. 7:04 to play. We're in the third quarter, 14-10. Maroon Devils with the first lead of the night after that big touchdown a moment ago. Now again, trips on the left side, the wide side.
Yeah.
This time they fake the handoff. Here comes Williams again up for grabs, and he almost had that one. But pretty good defense by Keontae Graham.
What an outstanding play by Keontae. Hop up there, brother. Hop up, my man. There you go.
He gets up slowly.
Yeah, he got dinged up earlier in the ball game, if you remember. Got his legs wrapped up with him. Boy, I'm glad he got up, man. He's staying with this man stride for stride out here, and that's not an easy thing to do. That's special.
It really is. Williams, a 6'2", as we mentioned, East Carolina University commit.
All right, now.
3rd down and 8.
Wide side of the field, up to the top now. Backs
same
on
set.
this side. Fake it to him. Got two receivers running the seam routes up the field.
Oh, down the middle
yep.
and throwing in a crowd and almost able to get a handle on it down there was Corey Stillwell again.
Yeah, he got his feet a little bit hung up in the turf there. Turf monster got him, and he was breaking on that ball and stumbled there. I think that would have been another pick. That young man's playing extremely well back there for a 10th grader. Really is.
And now we have forced the Mustangs to punt and going back deep to return. Looks like is that Andrew Cody again? And yes, it is. That's going to be Andrew Cody, number 16.
Right.
Good, and this one's going to be going into the end zone. Andrew's going to let this one go, and that's a smart move.
Smart move. Excellent. Yeah, that was a very smart move by that young man. I guess he realized the speed of that ball, and it was going to make it in. From this angle, I couldn't tell.
Hard to tell, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Josiah's back on the field. That's a good sign. He's moving around out there.
That's a very good sign.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's 100%, but he's a tough young man. He's out there going.
Well, he's trying to stretch it out again. It is. It almost looks like a kind of a cramp, or maybe just something's really tightened up on it.
It really has, and he's out there, and he's going to tough it out.
Because Kerry Powell was really working on there, stretching that out a while ago. It almost looked painful. First down and 10 at the 20 now after. Got a penalty flag.
Too many folks on the field. We had 12, I believe, in the huddle, and you can't do that.
You're right about that.
That's right. Coach Holt realizes it too. So,
and you know,
didn't know their substitution there.
And that's one of the few times we actually huddle.
Yeah. I mean, he just really didn't get straight who was going to be in the ball game. So it's a 5-yard penalty, and that puts us in the hole again.
Yep.
But now we're going to change plays on them because it's just it brings up a different scenario. We're going back with eye backs, two tight ends.
James Arch now in at a wide receiver, number 14. Yep. Everybody up front.
Josiah tailback, running the toss sweep. Now cut back.
Cut back inside.
Hang on that
ball. Lost the ball. Ball is loose, and I believe the Mustangs have it again. That's our third turnover tonight. And, boy, he had about a 5-6 yard game, but that ball was knocked out.
He looked forevermore like he was going to break that, but here that ball pops out again. And I'm telling you, that is a killer.
Yeah, three big turnovers here in the game. And when you're looking at a 14-10 score and you turn the ball over inside the 30, it's big.
We can't keep fumbling this football game. No. We really can't, and expect to win these games. I hope we can get this one, but if we can keep Smoky Mountain out right here, or even keep them from a field goal,
that would be a win.
Yeah, that's a win right there for us. Now and then we just got to get our mojo back.
That's it. Here comes Jones.
Running back.
Hands off to McNeely. Good stop on the line of scrimmage. Leading the charge over there was that big defensive line, and they just stopped him cold.
Yeah, Insay over here playing at this defensive tackle position. He stuffed them that time. They tried to dock him off the football, and it wasn't happening, buddy.
Well, he did.
And when that running back can't find that seam, he runs into the backs of those offensive linemen. You got a fighting chance.
Insay Ufert doing a good job. Second down and 10 now, Mustangs. Trips on the left side, the short side of the field. Now they're going to flip two of them over on the wide side.
Yeah, coming with that trip set to the wide side again. Look where the back is. If he's going away. If they're going to throw it, they're going to throw it to this side.
Jones puts it up in the air. Going to be caught this time at the 30-yard line. And that's going to be
what about the 20, I believe, right there.
20. Just shy of the first down.
Just shy.
And over there, Josh Collins talking with the official on that side, but they are going to rule a catch at the 20-yard line. So it's going to bring up now looks like a fourth down and maybe 2 or 3. If that sticks right on the other side. No, that stick still says third down.
Smoky Mountain's getting a timeout right here.
They're going to make sure they're on the right page at the 20-yard line. And while they have a timeout, we'll take a break, and we'll be right back on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back. We'll tell you more in just a minute. Right now, the Mustangs flip twins on the left side. They're going to line up on that wing.
Tight end wing set, going to drive hard downfield. Put the receiver in there as a running back.
Yep, here
Boy,
comes
he got
Williams.
popped.
And he did. He's short of the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down and 1 or 2.
Yeah, that looks a little bit like that might have – I'm not real sure who made that tackle, but he stuffed him at the line of scrimmage. It was a good tackle. And didn't let him get forward any at all. That brings up fourth, like you said, Gary.
Yeah, big fourth down. And by the way, big thanks to Alman Boat and RV Park. We have over 1,000 people watching and listening tonight. Thanks to them for paying that fee.
Well, they called everybody they knew, I bet. Yeah, I'm thankful they did too. I'm glad they did.
Jim and Jolene and Jeff and Logan and
the other Logan and Daryl and all of them.
Yeah, and the other brother Daryl.
And the other brother Daryl.
Fourth down.
All right, he gets
Mustangs.
same play.
Here
Same
comes
play
Williams
on top.
again.
Hang
He's
on.
going to be stopped for a 4-yard loss.
What a great play.
What a again, outstanding play defensively coming in over there. That looked like Reese Winchester.
I believe it was Reese. He read that thing the whole way coming from a safety position now of him trying to get to the edge, and that's just called good alley play by a safety.
He saw that coming and shot right through there and stopped him for a big loss.
Yeah.
It's our ball.
Here we go.
That's a big fourth down stop.
Yeah, now if we can move this ball right here, we're going to take some of the air out of Smoky Mountain sails.
Yeah, got to get some momentum back. First down and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Hang on to the football, guys. Let's go.
That's it.
All right, we got Collins at tailback again.
Formation.
Joe's still out of it right now. Here he comes on the edge.
Josh around the right side, and this was so effective last week.
Oh yeah, it really was, and he knows both positions from the fullback and the tailback position. That's a toss sweep. That's zone reach blocking by everybody on the line of scrimmage. Backside's getting upfield for that final block. Coach Holt likes to call it the touchdown block that you get right when he breaks that thing.
And that's the key. Josh is a physical, strong runner.
Oh, yeah.
But the guys up front got to do their job.
Yeah, they got to get a hat over there, man. They got to get them people cut off.
That's it. Give him some room. And again, the Mustangs right now showing a 3-man front. Now they bring 4 up there.
Yep.
4 men up front, 2 linebackers.
Isolation this time.
Oh, this time they brought the numbers.
Yeah, we didn't get that block all the way. They came after us there again, and they're gambling a little bit. But if we can catch them gambling and beat them at that game, because blitzing is one of those things that it's feast or famine.
That's it.
That's the problem with it. You're either a hero or you become a goat real fast when they run right by you.
And they brought 6 people that time.
Yeah.
Third down now. The Maroon Devils still need about 5. Third down and 5. 4 minutes to play third quarter. Right now, the Maroon Devils up front, 14-10.
They're going all 5-man front now, bringing the strong safety right up to the line of scrimmage.
There's Josh Collins on the carry.
Man.
And again, a lot of physical play in there and not much room.
Yeah, I think this right here, this is Coach Holt's probably going to punt this football. He may call a timeout right here, but
4th and 3.
Yeah, he's that's a little bit of a far reach, but we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll
especially when you're inside the 35. Yeah, Josh dropping back to punt.
Yeah.
And they haven't dropped anybody yet on the return. Of course, they kind of know what happened last time when Josh ran for that first down.
Yeah, so they're going to play this one safe. They're not putting anybody back.
Yeah, nobody back.
Just letting him punt the football. I would imagine they don't even have much of a block on. We'll see right here because they're playing it pretty safe in the secondary. They're going to rush 4, I think, maybe 5.
Now there's a timeout.
Yeah, let's see.
And now the Maroon Devils call a timeout to work on some strategy, and we'll take a break for these messages. Stay with us right here on the Maroon Devils Network. Couple of scores we want to pass along right now. Commerce all over Murphy, 42-14. Robbinsville right now cruising as they have a 20-0 lead in the fourth quarter. Right now, Maroon Devils
going
lining up.
Fourth. Maybe going crazy, Ken. Try to get them jump. Nope.
Gonna
get the ball.
Reese is going to keep it.
Coming it out.
And he goes outside. And he got it.
He got it.
And we haven't used that much tonight.
No, that was gutsy.
Yeah. That was close.
Whew, yeah, Coach Holt. You scared me. You scared me, Coach. But I don't know. That was a brave move right there. He's trying to get these young men, give them an opportunity to keep this football, and if we can score and hang on to football during the fourth quarter, and not fumble the darn thing, then we're a step ahead.
Well, that was close, Reese. Just quick enough to get around that corner. First down and 10 now. 3 minutes to play, third quarter. Maroon Devils up 14-10. Out of the I formation, toss to Josh. Josh Collins around the right side. Not much room. Gets 2 or 3 yards and then forced out of bounds.
Just keep pounding that. Just keep making that. Keep getting up, making positive yards out of it. Hanging on to the football.
Talking about people watching and listening, hey, we understand Mr. Soda Pop himself, Mr. Paul Crawley, checking out the Maroon Devils network tonight, and I tell you what, he is a fan.
He really is, and
he really is.
He's gone through some tough times, and he's trying to recuperate a little bit, and he's doing better and better all the time, and checked up on with him with my daughter-in-law, his daughter. Today, trying to hear how he was doing.
And right now, Nolan Fisher got a cramp, and Kerry Powell out there working on him. Yeah. And this definitely looks like a cramp, and we hope that's all it is.
Let's talk about those cramps now.
It's hot.
Our producer said a few minutes ago, Joe did it, that we're surprised we haven't seen more cramps because of this heat, and this humidity, and the first 3 or 4 ball games of the year, you can expect it to happen, and. The rule for players nowadays is hydrate all day long. Don't wait till game time.
All week.
Yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it during the school day. If you're in school, you got to constantly be drinking water and all these electrolytes and stuff, and eating bananas and all this kind of stuff. But anyway, I'm surprised we haven't seen more than what we've seen. Now we're probably going to from here on out. Because that fourth quarter is going to be a gut buster.
Yeah, and the temperature is cooler, but it's still not cool.
Oh, no, no.
Plus, it's very humid. We're expecting rain to move in on Sunday here in the mountains, and now Nolan Fisher is starting to get up. And again, especially for a big guy like Nolan Fisher, those cramps, they hurt anybody, no matter how big you are.
Well, yeah, and anytime an offensive lineman has to come off the field like that, you're putting a fresh jersey on the field, and you've got to really pay attention to what's going on because it's second down. This is a very, very critical drive for us. We got that first down a minute ago, and we got just right at 3 minutes left to go to play in the third quarter. We need another first down badly.
That's right. Got to watch that snap count.
All right.
Reese back to throw, almost trying to set up a draw. He's in trouble, and he goes down. He fell. Man. He slipped and goes down. That's a huge loss at the 17-yard line.
Yeah, that right there that hurts. That really hurts.
Yep. And they brought the house.
They sure did. Folks were coming from everywhere.
Yeah. He had 3 guys in his face that were almost untouched.
Well, you can see they're substituting out the people. They brought in their fast rushers that time, and so now they pull them back off the field and put them big folks back up front. They brought about 5 people off the field and put 5 fresh ones out there that for their regular defense.
So now it's going to bring up third down, almost 30 yards to go. Long way to go. Reese in the gun. 3 wide receivers, 1 in motion. Reese swings it out here, and it's going to be a little comeback play, if you will. On the receiving end, it's going to be James Arch, and he gets a few yards at the 22-yard line. But still, we've got a long way to go on third and still. And now it's going to be fourth down. We got a punt.
Yeah, we're going to have to kick this one out. We can't gamble with this.
No, inside the 25, fourth down, and still a long way to go. I mean, fourth down is still over 20 yards to go here. And this time, Smoky Mountain, no, they're still not going to drop anybody back to return. As Josh will get ready to punt. They got one man kind of almost in punt formation return situation. Jay Stillwell, kind of a short man, but he's not very deep. as Josh kicks it really high. A lot of hang time. Nobody back there. It takes a Maroon Devil bounce.
Yeah.
And Josh is back there to help cover it himself. Actually, no, that's going to be Corey Stilwell. They're trying to get another yard out of it.
Corey was trying to fan that thing. Looked like he was in the Winter Olympics doing that.
The curling stuff.
The curling stuff, yeah.
Oh, man. I'll be honest. I still can't believe that's a sport, but I'll leave it alone or I'll get in trouble.
Gary, you know you could do that. You've done everything else in the world. Yeah, on ice, yeah. Yeah.
On ice.
I'd like to see you on ice. All right, here we go.
First down and 10 Mustangs.
Find that running back, trips to the wide side of the field. Running back's on this side.
1 minute to play, third
throw
quarter.
It out there to the wide side, short underneath throw.
Jones got him, and it's going to be a short game.
Yep, they're just going to try to chew it up through there.
Josh Collins on the tackle. Also over there on the tackle, looks like it's going to be, what else is new? Number 66. He's always around the ball, Lucas Sutton.
Yeah, Lucas is he's down in there in the trenches, and he's been doing a heck of a job in there.
Yeah, 7 tackles last week.
Yeah, he and Skeet Cook both have been doing a great job in there. There's that running back.
And he's going to be just short of the first down at about the 47. So they're going to need another yard, third down and 1. So big third down play here.
Yeah, they'll run the football again. They're just they're trying to get these first downs, get the ball down here inside our 40-yard line, and then they'll open the offense up.
Well, last week they ran it and ran it and ran it.
Yeah.
And that was their bread and butter last week in their win over Cherokee.
All right, both guard tackle pulling, ball's coming.
Flag.
Yeah, that'll be.
This may bring
holding,
it back.
Yeah.
They got the first down up at the 49, but this penalty flag is going to bring it back.
Going to bring it back. Illegal motion. That means that one of the backs or one of the receivers was moving laterally. And so that'll end the third quarter, Gary, and we'll see how that's going to be a penalty on them, and that'll step them back and make it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's going to wind up the third quarter. Fans, stay tuned. We'll be back and figure it out when the fourth quarter starts after this timeout.
Untimed down, yeah.
Fans, welcome back, 14-10. We haven't started, let's see if they're going to run the clock. Yes, we have started the fourth quarter as the clock is underway now, and the Mustangs have the football. And let's see here, Coach, they're going to be marking it up. First down, Mustangs at the 49-yard line.
Okay.
So interesting twist there as they try to throw it a little bit.
Yeah, they're just trying to they're throwing it to that underneath the receiver, just trying to get him to move. And get some movement on the ball. We've kind of held the running game in check a little bit, and I'm not real sure why they didn't switch that over at the end of the third quarter.
I know.
I'm pretty confused about that, Mr.
Well, they
Official.
started the clock on that play, and they shouldn't have.
Yeah, and Coach Holt is over there discussing it with the officials right now because it was supposed to be an untimed down. You can't end that quarter on a penalty, and they went ahead and ran the clock.
They did. They may. Now they're going to put it back to 12 minutes.
Yeah.
So it was 6 seconds. They put it back on the clock, and now we'll get the teams. Now Smoky Mountains are already back on the field. So we'd like to remind everybody coming up next Friday, it's going to be the Franklin Panthers coming to Swain County Memorial Stadium, and we're going to be honoring Coach Boyce Dietz as he was inducted into the North Carolina High School Athletic Association Hall of Fame last week down in Cary, North Carolina. Ironically, one of his old rivals, David Gentry, also inducted, so it was a packed house with those two guys.
That's kind of bittersweet for both of them, wasn't having to look at each other during that induction, wasn't it?
But they were nice to each other.
Oh, yeah.
They really were. showed a lot of class both ways.
A lot of pressure right here coming from our linebacker
Jones
level.
hit him right in the hands. We're talking about Damari Williams, their go-to guy, and I think he wanted to run before he pulled it in.
It hit him right in the shoulder pads, but we were putting pressure on the quarterback right then. Skeet Cook on one of our inside blitzes, a shoot call there. He was underway, and he almost hit that quarterback before he released that ball.
So now it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Football at the 49 on the Mustang side of the field as the Maroon Devils lead 14-10. Just underway, 4th quarter. 4-point lead.
Gonna throw it again.
Jones back to throw again. This time it's going to be almost picked off.
Man.
Almost picked off. And
that was close.
And getting up slowly after almost picking that ball off is Glaspie again, and he's cramping up again. We saw him kind of hold his toe up. You can see him walking. I think he might be he's trying to maybe stretch out. Almost it looks like his calf. He's back on the ground. He's cramping up again.
Coach Holt told him that, and just don't try to walk off the field and substitute. Smoky Mountain's already to the line of scrimmage. Just get on the ground, get an official's timeout right here. And I'm not sure it's that leg that was injured, and I don't know whether he's got some tissue damage there and it's cramping on him or what the deal may be. But they got both of those legs up there
Carey's
prying
stretching
on
both
them.
of them
So
now.
we'll see here in a minute. But he's taking a beating tonight, and he's still out there. He's still ticking.
No doubt. Fans, stay tuned. We'll be back after we take this break and recognize our great sponsors on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back again. Thanks to Almond Boat and RV Park bringing you tonight's broadcast, paying that broadcast fee. We appreciate them. 3rd down and 10. Mustangs got twins in motion, setting up over here. Trips on the wide side, the left side of the field, and a whistle.
Yep, they moved that time. There was some movement out there either by the receiver or the tackle. Yeah.
So that's going to back him up 5. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 15.
Yeah, we got the situation that we're in right now is leading this football game. This is all. If we get the football back at any point in time, we cannot be conservative with it. We've got to use this clock up, but we've got to move those sticks. Right now, the game is we got to stop them right here and force them to punt back to us. All right, that back is away. They're going to the trips to this side. Watch the offensive lineman. It's going to be throwing the football. Stood up, flared it, and he dropped it.
And he dropped it. He turned around. He had it just a split second, turned around and dropped it.
I'm telling you, though, receivers coming into the middle of the field like that, there's a little bit of a mind change. It takes a special individual to cut across the middle because you can't see what's in front of you, and there's always this deal about as soon as that ball touches my hand, somebody lights me up.
Yep, and Corey Stillwell and Reese Winchester were the safeties back there.
All right, they got that snap off in a hurry.
It's a line drive punt, though.
And then it dies on them. All right, about the 30-yard line, it looks like it's where the ball's going to end up.
And interesting there because Damari Williams was their leading receiver last year, 61 receptions, and he's dropped 2 tonight.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, though, like I said, I don't know.
It's not like him.
Yeah, it's really not. And there's a whole lot of stuff going on tonight that is uncharacteristic. I don't know. We're still leading this football game, and we've turned that ball over that many times. And
3 turnovers.
Yeah, and we're still in this ball game, and it's we've got to get a handle on that going into playing through this fourth quarter.
And statistics tell you with every turnover, your chances of winning basically drop about 20%.
20%.
So that says we've got about a 40% chance to win. But
here we are.
Right now in the lead, 14-10. I formation, 7-man front, toss sweep. Here comes Josh around the left side, but boy, he has nowhere to go. Oh, the ball is out again. Surely not. No, they're going to say it's down. They're going to say it's down. It was out.
And there's a penalty flag right here. It's upfield right here, and I'm not real sure what could have been going on that far up the field. It's got to be holding on us, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yep, there's the call, holding on the offense. But they did rule that Josh was down, and the ground can't cause the fumble, so to speak.
Yeah, and they declined the penalty because of the loss on the play. And we got to get forward progress out of this thing, man. Every time you punt it back to them, or every time you can't move those sticks, you're increasing their chances.
Oh, no doubt. Second down and 14 now from the 12-yard line. Maroon Devils we got a penalty flag again before the play gets underway.
Too many people in the huddle.
Yep, one guy just left the field.
Yep. They lose the substitution.
Oh, man, that's the second time tonight.
Now, Coach Holt, he'll have to get a handle on this because whether it's himself or the other coaches that's doing this substitution deal with the backs and receivers, getting them on and off the field, they've got to get control over that. That's two of them now.
So now we've got one back in the backfield beside Reese, got a man in motion. Reese back to throw. Here comes pressure. Rolls the other way. He's going to have to basically throw it away as he's forced out of bounds and knocked out of bounds over there on the far sideline.
Yeah. He's not up yet either. He's still laying over there.
Yeah, a lot of boos coming over there from that side of the field.
Yeah.
As he was up pretty much against the fence.
Yeah. They knocked him up against that fence over there as he went out of bounds, and they got away with that one.
Yeah, no flag.
Yeah.
So now it's going to bring up a big third down, the third down and about. They're going to mark it at the 12, so going to be about third and 17 or 18 here. Third and a long way. And now again, they drop their safeties back pretty deep. Corners back pretty deep as well, so they've got a four-man deep situation here on defense.
Yeah, they'll spread those front three out now, and you can look for probably no blitz. It's going to be a three-man rush. This linebacker in the middle is spying, and then now here comes Reese on the edge. All they're worried about is getting everybody covered up.
Yep. And they force him out of bounds at the 20, way short of the first down. Now we're going to have to punt on 4th down and 10.
Right. So we've got to get our D back on the field. We've got to get a good punt. We want to get a good punt right here. So hopefully Collins can get us one off here and launch it a little bit, and like he did a few minutes ago, getting that ball up in the air and get it to run on the ground a little bit.
You know, surprisingly, there's still almost 11 minutes still left to play. There's a lot of time.
Yeah, the clock hadn't hardly moved since we got started.
We've had incomplete passes and going out of bounds.
And penalties. So,
and penalties. Josh back to punt again. They have one man, but he's not really deep. They're not going to see a return. And it's going to get another big Maroon Devil bounce. Now it kind of slows down at the 43-yard line, and they'll have it 1st down and 10.
Okay. Now, the ball's getting inching its way closer to midfield. We've got to have we don't want to bend, but if we have to bend, just don't break. Just don't break and let them big play us.
Got a couple of scores right now. Cherokee, Oliver Cosby 41-6 late in that game. Commerce is Oliver Murphy 41-13 in that ball game. So it looks like Cherokee and Commerce are going to roll with easy wins here tonight. But the best game in the mountains right here is on the Maroon Devils Network.
That's right. It's you're seeing it right now. This is the old Tommy dog fight right here.
Yep. Still anybody's game very much. 14-10. Maroon Devils up with 10.5 minutes to play. We still have in the back of our minds that 21-20 win by Smoky Mountain last year.
Trading them over. The running back's on this side. Going to throw it out here to the wide side of the field.
And
same exact pass they tried to complete a minute ago that he dropped. And now this is right here. It was closer to the ground, and he just couldn't scoop it up.
So incomplete. 2nd down and 10 now. Again, Damari Williams is a main target. And, surprisingly, Coach, he ran the ball last week for 176 yards.
Yeah.
He has not been running it tonight.
Yeah,
different strategy.
They've had him back there a few times trying to get him to the wide side of the field to break something. They're going to substitute him now. They got the trips into the boundary again. The back is with the side. All right, they're going to snap it, give it to him over the top. He's trying to pick his way through, and
a lot of numbers.
We piled him up pretty good right there.
Yeah, basically kind of a 2-yard gain.
Yep.
Third down at about 8 coming up.
I'm not real sure he got that much, but they're going to give it to him.
Yeah.
It didn't look like he made it that far to me. He got hammered pretty good.
He did.
By Skeet Cook there. He read that thing, and he come off that block, and he nailed him right up under his chin.
Third down and 8. Mustangs now may have to put it up in the air again.
Same formation.
Williams wide left.
Backs into the boundary. Now they're going to trade him over. If they're going to give it to him, he's coming this way. If not, they're going to fake it and throw it to this trip side receivers.
And this time they're looking over here. Got a screen almost set up. Trying to set up the screen to McNeely, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, and if Cole Weichel if he'd been able to keep his feet, there's a good possibility that quarterback was going to hit him right in the chest with that football.
Yeah. Threw it a little too high on that screen. And, that's one thing we haven't seen much tonight is a screenplay.
Yeah, screens and draw plays. That was a good defensive stand. Now,
it was.
Let's handle this punt correctly with no problem. Either fair catch it or get a return out of it. And then let's get this ball upfield.
And it looks like, we touch it. It's a loose ball.
We got to get it. We got to.
And let's see who came up with it.
We hung on to it over there. Well, it's Josh Collins.
Wow.
Got that football, and he's dinged up over there now.
It bounced off. It looks like it bounced off Corey Stillwell's knee.
It bounced off of something because it shot right off of him. And,
it did.
Now we got to get another running back in the game because Josh is dinged up over there. So.
Wow, that was another scary play, Coach.
It sure was. Whew.
Yeah, that could have been bad.
Yeah, we don't need to be taking those kind of – I mean, he meant well. He was doing the right thing. It just he didn't close on that ball. He didn't get a handle on it. It bounced right off of it.
Yep.
So we've got 9.5 minutes yet to play too, Gary. So we got to get some movement with this football. We got to get it upfield.
Gillespie is back in the lineup with the Maroon Devils now.
There's 12 people on the huddle.
Oh my goodness! Now it looks like. Looks like the Maroon Devils are coming out, getting ready to go. This time we're going to have twins wide to the right side. We avoided the penalty. Split backs again.
Going to run the dive over here.
Here comes Reese on the option.
And here comes Joe to the edge. Good job.
At the 40, and he picks up about 8 or 9 yards across the 40-yard line.
Now, that wasn't by design as much as let's get out here to the wide side of the field, and between Reese and Joe, let's make them pay and have to chase us a while now, like we've been doing them. So now that's good play call right there. That was not pretty as much a read as it was. You fake that football in there and then you get gone with it. Yeah.
So now we have a 2nd down and 1.
Now we got the twins to the wide side of the field.
Split backs again behind Reese, who's under center.
Okay.
Got 4 men front by the Mustangs. 4-4 look.
You could see exactly the same play. And this time they give it. Good play.
First down.
There we go. Good play call. That looks like a.
That's Josh back in there.
Josh came back in. He got dinged up over there, boy. He got. Once he recovered that fumble, standing up like that, he got nailed.
Yeah, he did.
So now.
It's been a physical game.
Yeah. There's a lot of. They're playing rock'em sock'em robots. You might not be old enough to remember those.
Oh, I remember. Since we're about the same age.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, here we go. All right.
Twins on the left.
Yeah. Different formation this time. Looks like it's going to be a dive look to the open side, which is the twin side again.
Yep, there it goes.
There it is again. There goes Josh again.
Josh in the secondary.
That's it.
He's breaking tackles, and he's still going down
there
to the 37-yard line. That's a pickup of about 15 yards.
And what's so great about what Coach Holt has been able to do, and he and Coach West and these their offense, they're so multiple right now. We can get in the shotgun and play because we did all last year, but he's been wanting and working to get it up underneath center and run this old-time Veer game. And Buddy, when he started working on it in practice, he was dead set on doing it, and here it is now.
It's very effective.
Yeah, and base blocking it, veer blocking it, and it really throws those defensive linemen and linebackers off, but by the blocking scheme.
Here we go at the 38-yard line.
Same look to this side.
Split
There's
backs.
the fake dive. All right, here
toss.
comes Josh on the edge.
And boy, this time they got him for basically maybe, no gain.
Yeah, those linebackers are starting to pick up on what's happening now. They're not really looking too much at that dive back. They're going to take the quarterback and the pitch away now. And that's why Josh hit that one so big a minute ago, is that linebacker went over the top, who is partly responsible for that dive, and was playing quarterback, and Josh popped it right by him, ran right back inside of it.
So right now, the Mustangs are kind of looking at a 3-4-4 look on defense. 3 up guys, 4 linebackers, 4 deep men.
Yeah, now they go back to that forefront to the tight end side. Dive that way again. We got a
Reese
low
on the
block
option.
on the edge.
Tosses
Pitch it back.
behind him.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's
Not
a good
sure about-
idea. Yeah, it was a good play call and a good idea by Reese by saying, "Come on and get me. I'm gonna pitch it back here behind me, and while you're tackling me, he's gonna get yards." But they had good pursuit angles right there.
They did. They saw Glassby coming behind him.
Yeah. And that's how you defend the veer, basically. And what they're giving away over there now is in their secondary, and Coach Holt and his staff are seeing this from up top. When those safeties start coming up there to make tackles on those pitchbacks, you can throw that ball underneath them.
Right now, 3rd down and 4. 6:10 to play. Maroon Devils on top, 14-10, driving. I formation. Reese turns, hands off. It's going to be Glassby left side. Got the first down inside the 25.
There we go. Now we're burning this clock and we're making yards. We want to score, but the big thing is control that football and hang on to it.
That's it.
And put them in a position where they're panicking.
Yep, eat up the clock.
That's it.
And the clock is right now at 6 minutes to play. First down, Maroon Devils are going to spot it at the 22-yard line of Smoky Mountain.
Starting the clock.
And a score here, Coach, is going to be almost lights out.
It's going to be tough. They're running. They'll depend strictly. I mean, they'll still try to throw it to their big man out there, but their offensive style is not suited for that.
So now,
all right, we got
Maroon
twins
machine.
up there. Looks like dive to the weak side. There it is. There goes Reese.
On the option, Reese
Keeping
down
that
inside
football.
the 15, knocked out of bounds, but I think he got a first down.
Yeah, he did. And here's what he did that was smart then. He followed that running back pretty much because the linebacker went over the top and to come outside and get him. Why go out there where he's at? Just stick your foot in the ground and go right where that running back went.
So they're going to spot it. Let's see. Should be a first down. Yeah, line of scrimmage is going to be right at the 10-yard line. Now the question is they're going to drop the chains.
How come? Because it's only 11.
Yeah, they're going to spot it at the 11.
Whoa. Stop that over there. That's a wreck waiting to happen.
Yeah,
Come on.
Yeah, they can't drop those chains when you need 11.
No, you got to get inside the 10. I believe we're going to get a timeout or they are one.
So there's his timeout on the field. They're going to talk it over with the 5.5 minutes to play. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Fans, welcome back. They got the chain set. It's first down, Maroon Devils at the 11, so we can actually get a first down inside the 1-yard line.
Eye backs this time. Got the twins out here to the wide side of the field. Opening it up, giving it back there to
Josh.
Collins. Yep.
Down to the 6-yard line, gain of about 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 coming up.
And the important thing is, if you look up there, that clock is still ticking. And now Coach Holt, he's kind of slowing it down, not so slow that you get a penalty for too much time. But he's not going. We're not in any great big hurry, but you don't want to get out of rhythm. We're in a good rhythm right now. So punch this thing in, if at all possible, and then put the pressure on them.
So now plenty of time on the play clock, still at 15 and counting. Again, I formation, Reese under center, twins on the right side.
You see Reese taking his time.
Yep, he's looking at the play clock.
He's looking right at it.
Plenty of time. Turns and hands off. It's going to be Josh again. This time they throw him for a loss back at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, that was a big loss right there.
Yeah.
And they played that extremely well. That linebacker was coming the whole way.
He was.
And he and that defensive end, they kind of switched responsibilities. That end widened, and the linebacker ran the alley.
So now 4.5 minutes and counting. Again, Maroon Devils still have plenty of time. 25 on the play clock. And again, no big rush here as Reese can look literally straight at that clock in the end zone.
Okay, now split backs. We got twins to the wide side. It looks like it'll be Veer over here on this side. It is.
Yep.
And he runs it up in there.
Got, looks like 3 or 4 yards back.
It's going to bring up fourth down.
Yeah, big fourth down play.
And to me, I'll be honest with you, Gary, this is a no-brainer. You're going to run this football. You have an opportunity to throw it out of that same formation. I don't know exactly what he's got on offense for that, but right here's a good opportunity to take advantage. They're mobbing that line of scrimmage now. You can throw a blanket over all their defenders. They're not concerned about us running a pass route anywhere into that end zone.
3.5 minutes to play in the ball game. Play clock is running down, now down to 12 seconds. Maroon Devils may let it run down and call timeout.
Timeout. That may be what he's fixing to do.
That's it. Let it run.
I don't see him over next to an official, but
nope. Let it run.
I always be pulling at those official shirts.
There we go. There we go. So now on the game clock, 3 minutes and 15 seconds with our fourth down coming up as we have a timeout on the field.
Okay. All right, we're in a good position right here. Yeah. Although it's fourth down, he's not worried about anything except getting that ball in there.
By the way, we want to remind everybody, coming up on Saturday, October 7th, the Swain County Athletic Hall of Fame will hold their annual Legends Classic Golf Tournament at Smoky Mountain Country Club. Cost for a four-man team is $320 or $400 for a four-man team and corporate sponsorship. Other advertising opportunities are available, including a ball drop with the closest ball to the hole winning $500. You can buy a golf ball for $5. Put your name and phone number on it. See Sonia Blankenship at the Pass Gate next week for more information. And by the way, it's a great thing. All proceeds from this year's Legend Classic will be donated to the Swain High Ring Fund to help purchase those state championship rings. And boy, the way our cross-country and track teams have been winning rings, that's a lot of rings.
That's a lot of rings.
That's right.
Boy, that's a ton of rings. We used to get out after we win a state championship and just kind of bum money, basically is what I did. And a lot of folks would meet you at the door. You know, they had a check in their hand. So it was interesting.
So now here we go. Back to live action. Fourth down. Now the play clock is running. And, there's still 25 seconds. It's just now getting going.
All right. Now the play clock's what we're looking at. Got twins to the wide side. Ball's on the hash. Eye backs. He's going to open up, fake it, bootleg out the backside.
Oh, going to be knocked down. Reese tried to throw it in the end zone, but it was knocked down. So it's going to be Mustang ball.
All right. Now you don't want to start backing off the football. That's where you get in trouble with your secondary coverage. You don't want those linebackers opening up to pass coverage too soon. They're going to plan on breaking a big run right here to begin with, but we got to take that away from them and then put them in that throwing mode.
3:13 to play. Yep. Mustangs down by 4. A field goal won't work. They've got to have 6.
They got their big receiver out here to the wide side of the field.
He's a target.
They're going to put trips into the boundary.
Got man coverage over here on Damari Williams again. He's the big man on the field, so to speak.
He's got help over the top. Running back is to the side of the Twins now, so it looks like they're either going to run it away or throw it over here.
Yep,
so
here they go.
Two things they got.
There he is.
Yep.
Williams has the first down out across the 20-yard line, and you could see it coming on that slant pattern.
They have run that route 4 times, and I reckon that's the first time they've completed it right there.
That's it.
Inside cut from the outside receiver.
And he comes back over here and basically just
lining up to the out here. That's his side of the field right now.
Yes.
All right, they're putting the Twins back, the trips over to the right side again. Let's find that running back. And if they motion him over again, they're probably going to run this one with the amount of time that.
Well, the clock has stopped for some reason. Now they finally started. I don't know why it stopped.
I don't either.
First down.
All right, we're running a blitz, coming after him this time on that side. Flares it out.
Throws it too high.
All right, that stopped the clock for him.
Yep, Jones tried to swing it out there, basically just a swing pass out to the right sideline, just overshot his man.
Yeah, just trying to get the ball out there and try to get one-on-one out there with somebody and make something happen in all that grass.
And every time, of course, they misfire, it stops the clock. So,
right.
And that's big right now. 2:46 still to play.
All right, going to motion the Twins over. 3 seconds to go. 2 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 seconds to find the running back. The running back now is going to be away from the trip side. Watch the offensive line. They're going to throw it as soon as they pop up.
And,
boy. Man,
over there in
that was
traffic.
close. Yeah.
Outstanding play over there by the Maroon Devils secondary.
That was close. We just about had that one picked.
And that was Reese Winchester, looks like, coming up to knock it down.
Yeah, he got banged in there. They ran together right at that football.
So yeah, he's slow.
Yeah, just get this, shake it off, Reese, and let's go.
Yeah, he's kind of holding his head. That one, I'm sure that one hurt.
Under 3 minutes to play, baby.
2:43 to play, incomplete again. Again, that clock is slow to run with those incompletions.
Yeah, stay in this thing. All right. Now, got their trips over there, no motion. Fake to the back, throwing it out here to
Williams
that single
again.
receiver.
He's got it again, and he's got a first down again at the 35.
That's fine. Now, as long as we don't let him pop this thing, and that's what the Smoky Mountains over here now going, this is working, but we may not have enough time to get this thing down there because the clock's still running.
Yep, 2.5 minutes to play.
2.5 minutes. So I don't know but with the way they're doing their offense right here, whether they'll have enough time. They're not huddling, but they're using a lot of time back there.
And they have 2 timeouts left.
Yeah, they're not hurrying up. All right.
Jones back to throw
again.
Throws it over there on the wide side of the field. Josh Collins keeps him in bounds, throws him for a loss.
Throws it still right back to the marker, but kept him in bounds, and that's important. That's a big move right there because he didn't let him get out of bounds. And,
that's it. Good play by Josh. And so they're going to call it 2nd and 10 as Josh kind of threw him backwards, but they're going to spot it at the 36-yard line.
Inside of 2 minutes, they're going to have to get impatient. They're going to have to throw this thing deep because that clock is running. It's ticking.
Jones looking for Williams again, and in traffic, too much traffic.
And if you noticed right then, Brandon Frost, he knew exactly that single receiver over here. He dropped that underneath. He made that quarterback have to throw that ball over his head. That's what made it difficult. And Brandon's a big, tall young man, and when he elevates, he can go up there and get that ball.
And a good play over there as well. Yeah. As we're seeing Andrew Cody play some safety, looks like, back over there, along with Graham over here on the corner.
Yeah. So now we got to get to. Got to keep now. Trips are into the boundary. Backs with them. Going to try to throw it straight upfield.
Oh, it's intercepted.
Hang on.
Intercepted.
Get down with it.
Cody's got it down the left side. He's got room to run. Got a penalty flag.
Daggone, block back behind the ball.
Yep. But it's going to be Maroon Devils' ball regardless.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So again, Andrew Cody just playing deep safety. He could read that quarterback and saw it.
He sure did. He read that perfect. And see, if you notice, Smoky Mountain, they had not run that route right there. That's a straight upfield route, and he basically ran to him. And all he had to do is go get the football. So if this is a post possession penalty, it just penalizes yards. It won't penalize us from the sticks.
Yep. We still get the ball.
Yeah, with a minute and a half left to go, Smoky Mountain's going to have to think about when to use timeouts. Coach Holt's going to burn as much time off that clock as he possibly can.
And their key right now is to try to punch that ball out.
Yeah, they're going to be they're reaching for it, and all we want to do is stay inbounds, hang on to the football, and keep that clock running, and let Smoky Mountain decide how they're going to burn timeouts, because the clock is all against them now.
Yep, 2 timeouts left for the Mustangs. Our Maroon Devils have no timeouts. Of course, we're not worried about timeouts because we want to keep that clock running. And now it's going to be first down at the 48-yard line with a 14-10 lead here in this annual grudge match between the Mustangs and the Maroon Devils. And, boy, the fans are still in the stands. Nobody has left this game.
Yeah. Twins out here to the wide side, eye backs with Collins at the tailback position. Going to open up, give it to him. He's going to try to
stay in bounds.
Stay in bounds. Now he's about to break a tackle. Oh, man. He almost made it back inside to make something happen. He may have lost a yard on it. But
now it looks like the Mustangs are going to use a timeout.
Now here's the deal. Okay. It's according to how much time we can burn once the clock starts again, Gary. You know this. You've done football more than I have as far as doing these broadcasts and everything. The game now comes to us to either get this first down, burn this clock up, and then even if we have to, punt it back to them and play defense again. But we hope it don't get to that. We'll see. We'll
keep the ball in bounds as much as you can.
Yeah, you don't want that ball out of bounds, and I can't see Coach Holt throwing it, because if that ball is incomplete, then you don't, the clock stops. So,
or the other guys may pick it off.
That's right. And if you watch Smoky Mountain, you'll see they know that too. They're going to crowd that line of scrimmage. They're coming after us. They're going to blitz. They're going to come off the edges, and there you see it. The furthest man they got from the ball right now is 9 yards away.
Yeah, they got a bunch of guys up in the box.
Here we go. 5 of them up.
Toss sweep. Josh Collins.
Stay in bounds. There you go.
Stays in bounds. Didn't get much, but and now the Mustangs, I believe, are going to use their last timeout.
Okay.
1:16 to play, so that is the last timeout according to the clock.
And where that helps us is if we do have to give them that football back, they can't stop the clock.
That's it. We have forced them to use the timeouts.
Except if they throw it, and a guy gets out of bounds. Otherwise, catch it in the middle of the field for a first down, so be it. That clock's going to start again.
1:16 to play. Now all the timeouts have been used by both teams. Now the Maroon Devils have a 3rd down and 9 right at the 49-yard line. And so it's going to be interesting to see here if we decide to use our 2 remaining downs.
Yeah, I'm sure of this. Coach Holt's not thinking about getting this ball back to Smoky Mountain. They're trying to find that first down play right now.
That's it.
And maybe not throw the football, but just have a first down play that maybe we haven't run, maybe one that we heard them with earlier we haven't run since then.
First down and the game's over.
He's already gambled on 4th down one time, proved me wrong. So let's see this right here. Oh, goodness, we have a different set. We are unbalanced over here. Yep. We've got 4 linemen on this side of the football.
Wide side.
Run that toss sweep over here.
Crankback block almost. And, boy, Josh Collins just hammered for a big loss on the play.
They came off that edge, and, they blistered us.
They knocked us back.
Yeah.
They knocked us off the ball, kind of knocked our linemen into our own running back.
Right. Now, you got an option here, too. If the clock's running, maybe not I don't know, just get this clock down. Clock stopped for some reason. I'm not real sure what the deal is.
Yeah, I don't know why that clock stopped at 1:02.
Yeah.
Why? Now they started again. I don't know why they.
Well, they better
stopped it.
They better push that play clock back up. Then that play clock's not right, and that's what coach is out there telling him right now. The play clock, push that play clock up, because that's not right. That play clock should not be down to 7.
That play and now the play clock is about to run out, and I have a feeling they may put some more time on it. Now there's an official timeout while they fix that, I think.
No, Coach Holt's right. Now they can't keep running that play clock if the game clock if they shut it off like that. Okay, 35 seconds. They better not put him back on there, because that's not right. They did not start that clock.
So now the referee will come over, and again they are trying to straighten out this clock situation as they look over here to the play clock and the game clock. We'll see if what they adjust it with. But obviously that's right now the name of the game for both teams.
Yeah. So we'll see right here. Now, I'm not real sure what the adjustment's going to be. They're over there trying to talk it over.
Yeah, they're trying to get it fixed.
Okay.
It's going to bring up 4th down.
What's on it now is 30 seconds left to play in the ball game. The 25-second clocks have been pushed back up to 25. And since that ball was in bounds, the clock should start right here.
And now the head referee is holding up his arm.
Why has the clock stopped?
I don't know why the clock has not started. We're going to punt it away. Big rush. Josh gets it away very high, and it's going to take a Maroon Devil bounce, and it's going to go down inside the 35-yard line. Mustangs get it back with 20 seconds left.
Okay, now they got 4 plays right here. They got to go vertical or throw one to the boundary somewhere and somebody get out of bounds. Now, Coach Holt knows this, and Coach Napier does. You'll see us loosen up a lot in the secondary.
Oh, yeah.
You'll probably see a blitz from an inside backer. I can't see many blitzes coming from the outside backers, so we'll see.
And right now, some of the deep guys are Josh Collins, Reese Winchester, also back there, Corey Stillwell.
And there's an inside backer blitz coming right there by
Take
Skeet.
the handoff. They throw it over here, and they miss Williams. He cut in. The pass came out.
Yeah, and that stops the clock. 16 seconds for him.
Also dropping back, Brandon Frost is dropping back.
Yeah, he's seen that thrown out there enough. He's bailing on the snap. Yeah, he loosened his alignment up. Like I said, all the blitzes you'll see is probably coming from the inside by either Sutton or Cook right now. They don't want to bring somebody off that edge and risk an underneath catch that gets turned upfield for a score. Also
Glaspie over there, a corner on that far side. Jones back to throw, looks for Williams again. He's got it on the sideline, but gets out of bounds, so he does stop the clock.
We can live with that. All right, that's 10 seconds. Yep. They got to go vertical after this. Now, I mean, they
got maybe 2 shots.
That's it. They got about 2 shots, plus it's third down.
Yeah.
They got third down and fourth down, and that's it.
That's it.
So if there's any time left after that, then we'll take a knee, and that'll be the end of it.
That's it. They could try to throw one somewhat short and get out of bounds and give them one more shot, but that's going to do it.
Yeah, man.
Third down. This time twins on each side.
Twins on each side. Going to motion to trips to right here.
Jones back to throw.
And we got him.
He's going to be sacked at the 31-yard line.
Folks, that'll do it
and
right
that's
there.
That's going to be the ball game.
That's the ball game.
What a call. Ball game.
What a call.
And that was a huge sack by the Maroon Devil defense, and over there, that looked.
I believe it was inside.
Was that inside again?
He come off that edge. He had a different gear right there, man. He rolled over the top of that thing and come from behind him and got him.
Yeah, and the Mustangs, they were kind of looking long. They had to.
They had to. There was no choice. That's a great win. That's a great win, Gary.
And it really was. The Maroon Devils now improved to 2-0 as the Mustangs will go to 1-1. And the Maroon Devils will now look ahead. We'll as they say, enjoy this one over the weekend and get to work on Monday for Franklin.
Yeah, and what this teaches this team right now is perseverance. I mean, don't
quit.
Just hang in this thing, man. Hang in it and make it happen. Hang in it and just see. You got to play the game to know.
Oh, no doubt about it. And as you mentioned, this rivalry has been going on for so many years, all the way back to the Babe Howell days, even, if you will. And that's been a long time with some great athletes through the years.
Well, this is wonderful. Though I'm so proud for these young players out here, and Coach Holt and his staff. They've been working like demons up there in that heat. And this team is trying to find itself and trying to find its personalities we talk about. And we saw a little bit of that evolve tonight in this don't give up the ship. The wheels didn't come off. We hung in it and kept playing, even with the number of turnovers, Yeah, and
surprising.
Yeah, so the fight's still in there, and we're still in it. And this is a confidence builder, too.
Oh, no doubt about it. And again, plenty of football coming up. We hope you'll join us next Friday as we're going to be hosting the Franklin Panthers, and Coach Deitch is going to be honored next Friday night. Going to be a lot of stuff going on. And we thank you. And again, we want to thank Almond Boat and RV Park for paying our broadcast fee tonight. And we look forward to more great broadcasting coming up.
Oh, yeah. We're going to be here, I guess. We're going to see. Okay?
All right. Sounds like a plan. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next week here on the Maroon Devils Network. Our final, once again, Maroon Devils 14, Mustangs 10. So long, everybody.
Hello, viewers. My name is Audrey Zelinka, and I'm one of your student correspondents with the Maroon Devils Network. This channel was created in 2014, and since then we've had over 430,000 views, but more than 75% of those have been non-subscribers. Right now our channel has a little over 2,400 subscribers, but we want to reach a goal of 5,000. To help us do this, you can like, subscribe, and share our videos. Thank you for watching the Maroon Devils Network.